like you're walking into a grocery store, but when you open up the freezer, there's just like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you I went to that.
Right. I remember hearing
It's wild.
I went to that.
And
That
if
was
you
pretty
follow,
awesome.
if you get an Omega Mart shoppers card at the Vegas one, you follow like a storyline of like these
It's
people
like
that
aliens.
disappeared.
Yeah.
And there's a third part that, like, if you do all the things, you can unlock this third part that most people don't even get into. It's pretty wild.
Huh.
So they have like the sister one of that in
Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So we got off the plane. We went from the Illuminati Denver International Airport to straight to Meow Wolf, no drugs, which I kind of was like, I was with my mom and my sister. And I,
Did you go, hey, you guys want to take drugs?
I was like, Ma, do we want to go to a
she's like,
dispensary?
I was the DD. I just took a little drugs.
I took a little acid.
little microdose.
And so, we went stone cold sober, really, at Meow Wolf, which was fine. We stayed like an hour and a half. We were doing a turbocharged tour of it.
Would have been much cooler on weed.
It would have been.
But, okay.
Then we went out to Pearl Street, which is the big old street in Denver, and the huge rivalry of the Colorado universities, Colorado State and Colorado
I actually
U.
watched that game on Saturday night.
I unfortunately did as well.
I did too.
Colorado State.
I did too, man.
I stayed up till midnight watching it, and
I mean, it went to 1:30 here. I didn't make it to the end.
overtime, and Colorado U came through with Coach Prime, which was kind of cool. I didn't know, I'm so out of the loop, man. So I didn't know Deion Sanders was Coach Prime. And my mom was all like, ooh, CU's going to be playing tonight. I'm like, what? Who cares? And my mom's like, it's Deion
Big deal,
Sanders.
man.
It's Neon Deion. I'm like, what?
It's Deion and Co. And
That
family.
man has almost single-handedly brought millions of eyes onto college football this season.
The Rock was
I
there.
would not have even thought about watching college football had it not been for, there's a bit of, sniping back and forth between the Colorado State coach
Rivalries.
and the Colorado coach.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's interesting too.
Let's see how this plays out.
Have you been kind of following the whole thing?
On the periphery.
He's making it all about him.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a move, and I get it, and that's kind of his thing for a minute. But like at some point, if he doesn't make it about the players, it's gonna come back.
Well, it's all cheese ball too. It's like really cheesy with the gold chains and
the
everybody's wearing
sunglasses.
sunglasses on the sideline.
Yeah.
No. My
Oh,
sister
man,
goes
that's
to Colorado University. It's where she's going to law school. And she has said, like, she's been there now for 3 years or whatever. The amount of energy that is like turned up for that university and that town in Boulder. We were sitting
Huge.
there's a place called Pasta J's on Pearl Street, really great Italian place. Everybody goes. We're sitting there, they have all the, they have all the windows open and the patio open, and all of a sudden marching band. I think Coach Prime was like walking down Pearl Street on Friday night, and people were losing their damn minds. Like,
Well, it was
insanity.
like, okay, so Deion Sanders comes to Colorado. He makes his son the starting quarterback. His other son is a cornerback.
That's why as a kid playing both ways.
And they're both good.
They're both so good.
He also brought a kid he's been coaching since Pee Wee football, and he hasn't playing offense and defense. And everyone criticized him for that. And that kid's
He's pretty good.
Did you see
He's pretty good.
Did you see the one son make that interception?
No.
And run it back?
Yeah.
Shades of. I thought he was going to do the high
That
step.
was in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah.
I will say
I thought he stepped in front of the pass. I thought he was going to do the high step Deion into the end zone.
He had an interview yesterday, maybe 60 Minutes. I can't remember. It was after it was on Channel 4. Is Channel 4 60 Minutes? Who cares?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders had an interview.
Nobody knows.
And he was shining a light on the kids. Like, he was saying, like, it's not about me.
Oh, okay, good.
He's like, I came here, but he's like, I brought these kids here that I've been coaching since. And he's like, the investment in these kids is what's paying off. The investment in their lives and molding them into.
Well, that dude has
like,
brought some excitement to college football. Made
Yeah,
me watch
that's
on
awesome.
I
Saturday
mean, he
night.
still said he was the best coach in college football. He still had.
Well,
he's still Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
But he did say he
had some
admired
swagger.
Yeah, he said he admired Nick Saban.
Well, my mom was trying to drag us out like 7 in the morning on Saturday. Game day, ESPN Game Day was like nationally broadcasting from CU. And she's like, we got to get down there. I go, absolutely not. I'm like, we are going up to the mountains today. Like, we did not come. My mom's a huge sports fan. I'm like, we are not going to ESPN Game Day. We are going up to Netherland and going to, get up in the clouds. And so, my mom was, we had to literally.
somebody want to get lifted.
I did. I
You're
wanted
in
to get
Colorado.
lifted.
Let's get lifted.
So we went to like Golden, got to walk by the Coors Brewery, which was whatever. And I don't know. We went all around. It was a pretty chill, but also.
You had to see where they pee in the cans.
Yeah, and isn't there like radioactive waste by the Coors? Isn't that a story? Like
Is that where the cans are gold?
I only hear about the airport there.
The mountains are blue because
Buried on
they
top
are
of
radioactive.
buried on top of an Indian burial ground,
Dude, that
or built on top of a.
there's aliens
Indian
under the
burial
Denver
ground.
airport. You heard it here first. Like this, I go to that airport. I've been there a few times, and it is freaky as hell. If you walk around and look at the Denver airport artwork that's on the
Did
walls.
they change the murals, though, with the kids getting killed and all that?
I didn't see them.
Okay.
But I might have not been in the right terminal.
Well, let me ask you all a question. We've all been traveling. We've traveled, all of us collectively. We've traveled a lot, gone through many different airports. I know 2 TSA agents were arrested, and this is on video. I think this was at the Miami International Airport, stealing wallets from the
conveyor belt?
Conveyor belt.
Oh, no.
Like they thought they were being all slick and just, they'd see a woman's backpack.
Yeah.
Like a mini travel backpack. Roll through, slickly open it up, yoink. Into a pocket.
I would think people are more on alert of what they are putting it, because if you put your wallet in one of those little bins, I got to make sure I get my wallet back. Like people are more focused in on what they put in there.
Yeah, don't you watch it too?
Yeah, I do.
I do, but listen, people are in a rush.
Yeah.
People are in a rush. They throw, oh my God, I got to take my belt off, my shoes off. The kids are, there's a lot of stuff going on.
I got my bag seized yesterday because I had a cannabis candle in it.
Yep.
Nice.
You did?
Oh.
And I thought I was going to go to jail over a candle. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What about a cannabis candle?
Well, I went to this plant store. I actually thought of Moon, this really cool plant store called Terracotta, and I bought some crystals, and I bought this really delicious smelling candle, wax candle that was made with cannabis oil. And so that flagged on my, I did all carry on. And they seized my bag, and they had to go through it, and they're like, "What do you got in here?" It's like an amethyst, and I got a candle, and so they're like, "Has the can?" And they're opening the candle. They got to wipe it down. They got to scan, so it's not lethal or whatever.
But how did they ding it first? They got a dog in the machine? Like how?
No, I don't know. Like they just
Maybe
were like,
they
"Oh,
just
it's your
They saw the crystal, and they're like,
this is a witch."
Yeah, we know
Well,
what
you're not allowed to
sneaking
travel.
weed.
You can't travel with weed, right?
Right.
I don't think so.
Federally you can't.
I don't think they're cracking down on it. I think the last thing I heard was like if you have a weed pen or something like that in your bag, they might throw it away, but you're not going to be detained.
Oh my God! I thought I was going to go to jail.
Well, and did they let you continue on with the candle?
Yeah. So this woman, she's like going through all my stuff, and she said, "Yeah, this is probably what dinged our alarm or whatever." And I said, "Okay." And she goes, "Has this candle been open?" And I go, "Well, you can. It's just a jar candle." I'm like, "You can open it. It hasn't been lit though." And so she opens it, looks at it, wipes it down with the weird wipe thing.
Yeah, they're looking for gunpowder.
And I said, "I go, it smells delicious."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're free to go, ma'am." I'm like, "Thank God."
They probably saw a wick.
Yeah.
I think
What
it's
kind of
probably
dynamite is
when
this?
it's opaque. If you have a canister shaped something and it's can't see through
Dense,
it,
yeah.
they're going to open it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're
They
looking
wiped
for.
my exploder down quite a few times.
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, they'll take it out. I've had so many conversations with TSA guys. Are like, "What? Is this good? Let's get you hyped up." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"You want a scoop, dude? It'll get you through your shift."
No, my question was, have you ever been robbed while traveling?
Thankfully, no.
If I have, I don't know it. Oh, wait, that's not true. Scott, were you with us? Didn't we get a whole bunch of stuff stolen? I think at an airport, maybe.
My wife got jewelry stolen out of her check bag.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Terrible.
Oh yeah. I had a video camera. Like I remember, like when the handheld cameras before the phones had them in them. I had one of those taken out of a bag, and the same trip, our guitar tech had his taken out of a bag. Check bag.
right.
Check bag.
It was like
this is at Newark Airport.
But I'll tell you what. I think at least with his, because we were right there when it came out, it was definitely TSA. It was
there was no other for us. So my wife had a bag of who had gone to a wedding or something like that. And this was she probably shouldn't have done this. She probably should have carried the jewelry with her, but she had a bag like earrings and like a pearl necklace and gold and rings, whatever, in a bag in her check bag.
Yeah.
And we got home. Didn't unpack for like 2 days. I said, "Hey, have you seen my bag with the pearl necklace and all that stuff?" No. And you call back to New Jersey. You go, "Hey, is it there?" Everybody's tearing the house apart. Gone.
Dang.
And then you call the airline, and they go,
Oh, sorry, we don't know.
we don't know.
It's
Do you have
not
the
mine.
luggage tag number? Well, here it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, back then
You could fill out a claim.
it was like
nothing's gonna happen.
2003 or 2004. Remember those nice cameras were like $800, $900. We're talking about expensive items. And this was right when they started saying like, do you have any? You can't lithium-ion batteries and this and that. And I remember he was standing there and he had it like attached to his backpack, and they said, no, you're gonna have to check that because it's got something or other battery, which I'm sure is BS. But he put it in his bag, never saw it again. Got it out and was like, they took my camera. They made me put it in there, and then remember when they opened these things, they put the little tag saying it's been checked.
Yeah.
They basically said, here's a piece of paper. We'll take this camera because it was right on top.
Oh man,
Like,
remember how
you don't have to do the padlock anymore. We're going
Oh.
to get rid of that, so that way you're extra safe.
Yeah, and it was so expensive.
Oh, and they were so not helpful either.
No, they're just like, oh,
Like,
sorry.
hey, you know, we think we got some jewelry taken out of our bag.
Yeah. Right. Our
It
hands are
happens.
tied.
Please hold.
Read the fine print.
I don't know. You know, when did you fly? Well, 3 days ago.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter what you said. If you said 15 minutes ago, like, call us, but here's another number to call.
I'm on the flight right now. Sorry, once wheels leave the ground, it's Wild West.
I don't know. You
I
want
could see
to
a guy with my necklace on the runway.
Here, Frank is
No way. That's Frank. That's Coach Prime.
So you went to Turnpike Troubadours and Avett Brothers Friday
I did.
over at Enterprise.
And the Wood Brothers. It was a great show.
Sold out?
No, it was not. It was actually, I was kind of three things that I thought were weird about it. And I'm an Avett Brothers fan. Love the Wood Brothers too. Liked Turnpike Troubadours.
I've never even heard of the Turnpike Troubadours.
Not super familiar, but they definitely had people there. But it was far from sold out at the Enterprise Center. And honestly, man, because I thought it was weird that the Avett Brothers were opening for anybody.
I thought they were a huge deal. I thought
I did
was
too.
They are.
I thought that was a band that could sell at Enterprise by themselves.
They sell out Chaffetz by themselves. I know. So I was like, usually when they come to town, the only time I've ever seen them be second billing was on Willie Nelson's tour. It was like summer tour, and they were still second billing.
Isn't that ideal, though, for a fan? For me?
It was awesome for me.
For me, if my favorite band is opening, I'm like, oh, dope. I get 45 minutes of juice, and then I get to go home.
Yeah.
But you know,
what I mean? Before the traffic?
They don't give the full show.
Well, maybe not the full show, but I'm getting I'm getting everything I want for the most part in a 45-minute set or a 55-minute set, and I get to get out before the traffic, and I'm home.
I think it was Primus opened up for Tool a couple years ago. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Two awesome bands. Primus, half hour, didn't care. Like just went through. Here we are opening. Here's some hits.
Yeah.
See ya.
That was kind of the problem. I felt, even if the Avett Brothers are giving you 75%, they've been voted like top 10 live bands to see for years because they're high energy, man, and they like control the tempo of a show really well. They'll slow it down and sing like an a cappella song, and then they'll take it. And they just crushed. It was kind of hard for the Turnpike Troubadours to follow.
To follow that.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to watch. Because, like, a lot of they were great. I'm not talking trash. They were great. But it was just, like, a lot of their songs are a similar tempo. And it was just, like...
You were not taken on a musical journey.
Well, they're a hard act to follow. And I was like, it was hard. I could feel it in the audience. People left. They didn't even, like... call for an encore. You know what I mean? Like, people just started, like, filing out to beat traffic. That's not a good sign.
Right.
And I don't know if it was just because, like, the show was so long and the first two bands were great or whatever, but, and they were awesome. And I want to do a deeper dive into their collection or whatever, because I only knew a couple songs.
Turnpike Troubadours. All right, I'm going to play a little bit of it.
Okay. Tons of F-bombs.
Hopefully we'll get flagged on YouTube, but
we will.
Gin, smoke, lies. That's what this is called.
So far, sounds like every other country song. There's that. I'm sure they're great.
They were good.
Now, the question is, did you get to meet the Avett Brothers? That is on your bucket list.
The answer is...
Rafe Williams.
No.
Oh.
The answer, I thought it was going to happen because Tommy accidentally called me Right.
Tommy, our boss.
Tommy the boss called me accidentally in the middle of the Avett Brothers. Like, this is the call, dude. This is the, hey, go to stage left. There's a guy named Weasel. He has one eye. Grab a ladder, act like you've been here before, make this happen. And instead, he was like, nah, I'm at the lake. I butt dialed you. I was like,
I had said, all we got to do is just get you backstage.
That's it. I wasn't asking for much.
Get you backstage.
It's hard, man.
And just solo mission.
And you'd work your I'm supposed to be here magic.
That's right.
Just get this man a pass.
Yeah, that's all it would have
Right.
taken. Just a sticker that looks like a pass.
Just a pass, dude.
But at Enterprise is much
Get me a
harder.
hairnet,
Enterprise
and
is
some gloves,
much
stick me
harder.
back in craft services.
Enterprise is harder, man. If I think it was any of the venues, we could have helped you pull that off. I think.
Yeah.
Enterprise is tough. I mean, have you been in the bowels of that place? Enterprise?
The bowels of Enterprise. I have not.
There's a lot of rooms.
Yeah,
Tunnels.
a lot going
Rooms
on,
and a lot going
and a
on.
lot of places to shut it down.
Yeah. It was cool. It was still a good show, but it was like the upper, there was barely anyone in the uppers. The upper sections.
Yeah.
So
Bummer.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Well, I'm
Well,
bummed you didn't get to meet the Avett Brothers.
it was still packed. I mean, how much did that place hold?
23.
Yeah, so that's a lot. I mean, there's probably.
Well, what's it? It's probably more for a concert.
Did they half house it like where the stage was kind of in the middle where the ice would be?
No, the stage was like back to where we were on the ice, and it was kind of like the stage basically took up one
Really?
little back section. So it was
Dang.
like, I'd say it was, 3/4 of the place, if not more. 7/8. I don't know.
Concert capacity for
22.
Enterprise Center.
So I'd say there was 15.
22,000.
There's probably 15K there ish. I'm sure you could find out.
18,096 for blues hockey, nearly 22,000 for basketball, concerts, and other floor seating events.
Gotcha.
Was this billed like a co-headliner event, or what? Were they
It was
just were
Turnpike
opening?
Troubadours, and it seemed like they had different people opening for them.
Okay.
Because, that was the other thing. I went out to get Avett merch after they got done playing. Gone. And I was like, where's all the Avett Brothers merch? They're like, they already came and pulled it. They're on the bus. They're gone. So
Wow.
they must have popped in
See
just
ya.
to open for them and had another show.
Maybe they'll come back through then. Like in the next.
Oh, we're
year.
going to get this to happen.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm curious
They
as to how
usually
much
do.
your merch was going to be because I was just there for that Jonas Brothers thing. I dropped $500.
I bet you it's way less.
Tina
on
got a
merch.
couple shirts. They were $35 a piece.
Oh, that's not bad. I don't know.
Way less than what Jonas
I couldn't
Brothers.
tell you what ours was.
That Jonas Brothers inflation.
I'm still
Inflated prices.
gasping.
Well, all right. That's a bummer. Hey, good concert. Didn't get to meet the band. Moon was
cool.
at Oxfest.
Well, yeah,
up in Washington on Saturday.
Well, Friday we had a great event, Avenged Sevenfold Ticket Blast at Hot Shots in Wentzville. That was awesome. I love that location. I love
it's like a castle up on the hill.
I love the staff. It's huge. Yeah, there's plenty of parking. It's awesome. That was great. We probably gave out 50-something shirts. It was really good. And that Finnish long drink, they were around there, and
Yeah.
apparently that was a big hit as well.
And then Saturday.
And then Saturday we played Oxfest. By the way, this is like a thing that they've been doing for the past 5-6 years, and they put all the proceeds to like 6 local charities to help out to mothers and victims of sex trafficking and all sorts of different things. Like an absolutely incredible event and cause. And man, we played at high noon, and you know how hard it is to get anybody doing anything at
Right.
noon, especially on a Saturday. It was awesome. People were just in a good mood.
Yeah, it was good
met
weather,
a
too.
ton of Rizz Show listeners. Shout out to everybody, Terry and Ken, and just everybody.
Terry.
That's-
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Everybody that set up Oxfest and did that. That's a super cool thing. And man, Washington on the come up. Holy smokes. We
Yeah,
used
it
to play
is.
there 20-something years ago, and it was kind of like, like every Missouri town
That's a
struggling a
great
little
town.
bit. It is freaking awesome. Washington is beautiful.
My wife and I and some friends spent a weekend there.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just got an Airbnb in Washington
Yeah.
and hung out in Washington.
That's awesome.
We were looking for a
pretty
place
neat.
there. I'm priced out. Rock and roll and radio don't pay like it used to, and Washington has priced me out. Holy crapola!
Yeah,
we
they're
got a
not-
nice Airbnb down by the river.
Yeah, dude, it's
We
awesome.
got the old
but-
corn cob factory pipe, right? The old corn cob
Yeah,
pipe
which I still need to
factory.
go tour. I haven't
Where
been
was
over.
No
Oxfest?
wonder Airbnbs are so expensive.
It was at the Washington Fairgrounds, right
Fairgrounds,
by
okay.
the river there. And yeah, Washington is awesome, and they know it's awesome.
Yeah, they do. Good for them.
I'll tell you what, it's right next to the Button Nose Factory, so
No,
wintertime, it's
yeah.
hard to even get in there because there's a lot of snowmen.
Yeah, it truly was. It truly was great. And then I went and hung out with my brother the rest of the day and watched college football, like you said. It was college football day.
Yeah, it was watching Mizzou. We watched Mizzou. With that 61-yarder to win the game, and then the whole
incredible.
stands empty onto the field.
Nice.
Pretty neat. I didn't see if they ripped down the goalpost, did they?
I don't
I didn't
think
see that.
so. My sister and her kids and husband were there, and so my nephew got to run out in the field. He was really excited about that. But it
See the
seemed
cops
like an
trying to
incredible
hold people
moment.
back.
Yeah.
Nah.
They were criticizing the Colorado team for that, too, because they stormed the field, and they're like, barely won. Because Colorado State, and I was like,
Weren't they like 1-11 last
they
year?
won double overtime, came back with 98 yards. Like,
Yeah,
I was
probably
like,
one of the most exciting college football games in years.
Yeah, they didn't even win 2 games last year, and they're 3-0. Like, yeah,
Yeah, they could have stormed the field.
Yeah,
let them storm
let
the
them be
field. Who
excited.
cares?
Do they still rip down
Let them
the
carefully do it.
goalposts and carry them out?
Some places maybe yes, but I don't think that's the norm anymore.
Where was
It's
it?
expensive.
It was a couple of years ago. They did that and threw it into the river somewhere.
It's like 25 grand.
And they didn't replace it. Remember, like the school said, you can't do that anymore. It's costing us so much money. He's right. Like, don't you remember? It was like this,
It was
the
expensive,
story was
though.
the college was pissed because it couldn't afford it.
Have you ever seen that happen,
No.
Lern? So the students would storm the field, and they'd be, those college football stadiums hold 80,
Right.
90,000. Some of the more, the one up in Michigan holds over 100,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll storm the field after a big win. They'll rip down the goalposts and carry them out of the stadium.
Seems legit.
Killed.
Like they will carry them out. I believe the last big one, somebody threw them into the river.
How many people does it take to carry a goal? I mean, those things are heavy,
I like this joke.
right? How many college students does it take to
To carry
get
goalposts out? I don't
We're
know.
talking the goalposts.
Whoa. Look
Yeah,
at
the
this.
yellow,
Yeah.
Damn.
the yellow uprights.
How do they even get out of the ground?
These Tennessee folks, they volunteered to break this one down. They ripped it down from
They
the
just wiggle it. They
from
just
the
keep
mooring.
wiggling it.
I don't like
That's
how sexual that
insane.
feels. Take that away from me.
Look at that. That's over the Alabama
Wow.
win last year, I guess.
Maybe that's the one
Dang.
where they wind up
isn't
throwing it into the river.
I don't think this is the river one, but
Tennessee.
this is one that cost them a whole lot of money.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
need to
that,
see
though.
that. I want to watch that in real time.
Let's see.
Kids.
Oh, Cameron says at the end of
Breaking
games now, the teams will lay them down so they don't.
So they don't
Smart.
snap them like
So
that.
they don't snap
that
them
guy
off.
snapped them. Neyland Stadium goalposts end up in Tennessee River
That's
after
it.
it was the game. It was that one. You're right. It's when
They
they,
were
beat
right in the river.
It's when they beat Alabama.
It's like the only
That
time
is
anybody's
beautiful.
okay with the littering is after a college football game.
This weekend I was
It's,
out.
they was giving something for the magnet fishermen.
Yeah,
Just giving them
Yeah,
some
right.
excitement for the next couple of years.
I was
Ding.
up in Owensville at my buddy's farm with some friends this weekend. Came back early on Sunday to go host the grand finale of the Battle of Bush.
Oh, nice.
Live.
Yeah.
So the 3 finalists were, let me see here, it was Blonde Guru, Unchained, and Zeus Rebel Waters. And congratulations to the band Unchained.
Oh, wow.
Chained.
Unchained won the Battle of Bush.
Not a Van
Nice.
Halen cover band?
No,
Oh.
no. They had a cool thing going on.
Blonde Guru was there the night I was there. They were good.
They were very good.
Yeah.
And Zeus Rebel Waters, I think we've all seen.
Yeah,
We've
we
all
know-
seen him.
We know Zeus.
You know, he brought it as always, but they can only be one. And I hate, H-A-T-E, hate judging Battle of the Bands.
Because you
I
just
do- I do
can't
too.
decide,
I-
can you?
Hate it. No, it's not that I can't decide. It's who am I to decide?
Oh,
Yeah.
no ego.
That's how I felt.
Dude, I told you something changed me. It was this MTV show, and I know this guy's pretty controversial, and he's kind of a wackadoo. The dude from Third Eye Blind, what's his name? Stephen something?
Jenkins?
Yeah. So it's like the '90s, and they started doing this MTV show. And it was the first episode, and it was a Battle of the Bands type thing where they had like 5, celebrity judges, rock stars judging, and I remember like this kind of shifted my whole thinking as a teenager into music, And they go through, and this band would play, and the next band would play, and they go, okay, judges, and they're like, so and so from whatever band, and he go, I think it was pretty great. Let's 8.5, and then they start tallying them up, and they get to Stephen Jenkins, and he goes, I give him a 10. And everybody's like, whoa, damn, that's great. He must have really loved that band.
I remember this.
And then the next band plays, and they're like, oh, and then the first judge goes, 7.5. And the next one's like 9. Like, all he needs is a something or other to beat this last band. And Stephen Jenkins, I give him a 10. Like, everybody's like, wow, damn, he really loves everybody. And then at the end of the whole thing,
he gave everybody 10s.
He gave everybody 10s, and he goes in, he's like, this is art, man. We shouldn't be pitting it against each other. And I was like, whoa.
Okay.
I kind of like that. Total dick move.
To volunteer to do this.
In this context.
And he got paid probably.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, I love it. I kind of like his take. And ever since then, I've been super uncomfortable judging any of these things.
My whole thing is these 3 acts made it through however many rounds to get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they probably practiced for the last 3 weeks. Practiced their 4 or 5 songs they're going to play for the finals. They brought their parents out there. They brought their friends out there. Relatives. They're all doing their thing, dancing, hyping their band up, and then I come up
and disappoint. Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, you've spent.
I mean, not you specifically, but they're
not me specifically.
The in quotes, people that did not win, the losers, are disappointed.
I just hate looking off to the side as one band is celebrating and 2 others. I'm like, oh man,
yeah.
This is really
and I mean, you
awful.
spent the whole week already judging everything, and your day off. Do you really want to go judge?
Right, you do judge hard. Yeah.
It made me uncomfortable because I like to hold my thumb out like Commodus in Gladiator.
Up or down.
During the entire performance and let it and make eye contact with all the family and friends that are watching.
Rafe.
And then it's like, it's not my fault.
Well, for the other rounds, do they announce the winner?
No. So I did
the finals. We had to announce,
Oh, really? Oh, no, I'd
stand
like to
up
not be
there.
It was on a piece of paper. I just got to hand
I
the
usually
paper.
like to run away.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to not be there.
You didn't take a photo with the band or anything?
Oh, no, I did.
Okay.
But Liv and I, they said, hey, stick around to announce the winner. I go,
Oh, no.
What'd the winning team get? What was the prize?
It's pretty cool prizes.
they get to play on the air here. I think they get to an interview with Donnie.
In the past, there was like...
they get to play on the field, I think, at some point,
something
too.
like that. And in the past, it was like gift cards to either recording studios or
Mozingo.
like gear. Yeah.
Nice. And then the runners-up had to start in right field.
Yep.
And Jeff Mozingo is one of the judges, and Mozingo Music puts on, is a big sponsor, and I love Jeff. And I like the whole spirit of it. I just don't like judging.
Yeah.
This is the one place you don't want
I
to
even
judge.
said, like, who the hell am I to judge anybody? This is all subjective. You guys are all great. I'd be Stephen Jenkins and give everybody a 10.
I feel like Paula Abdul when I do it. So I'm, because I'm like watching, I'm engrossed. I'm all about the energy of a band. Does it sound original? Like, I actually do genuinely
I've
love
also
it.
had the experience of, not this time, but a previous time, a parent coming up to me to dress me down.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Why his son's band did not win.
Well, that's inappropriate.
Not only inappropriate, but I said, what do you want from me?
Right.
Like, I wasn't the only judge here.
I mean, I take it seriously. And there are objective things on occasion to determine, you can see if somebody can't play their instrument.
Sure. Yeah. But
You would be a better judge of that than probably most of us would.
Well, as
maybe
far
so,
as
but by the time, by the
prowess
time
goes,
by the
playing.
time most of them have gotten to this point, like everybody's pretty good, and it's just like it starts to get a little bit more subjective, and that's tough. I don't like being put in that position. There's a place for everything, man.
Yeah.
Place for everything.
10.
And again, there's been Battle of the Bands forever. It's been a thing forever.
Yeah.
I just don't like being a part of it.
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll watch. I just don't like to judge. I feel terrible. I always try to avert my eyes and look straight forward. I don't know if it's so obvious.
That's funny that you are all up in your head.
I'm all up in my head, and I want to get the hell out of there as quick as I can.
People still, I think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I mean, bands want to win, obviously, but I don't think I think they're on to the next. After they don't win that one, on to the next.
Are they? A
battle.
lot of these are high school kids.
Dude
they're
has
having
been dressed down by a parent. It will never. He's never coming back from that.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
was
good point.
Never.
10 years ago.
That's a ruiner. Thanks, dude.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
You ruined it for your kid, too, man.
Yeah. You look like a dick
Also,
and a sore loser.
it's
But
helicopter parenting at its like prime, right? Like, don't talk to the judge.
we're all,
What are you doing?
hey, listen, we're all disappointed.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. In music, and I'm going to try to spin this into a positive. In music, losing is a good thing because,
Let it fuel you.
well, it's either going to let you. It's either going to let it. You should let it fuel you, or it should make you quit. Because I'm serious. If that's what's going to make you quit, then you shouldn't be here anyway.
Yeah.
This is one of the most ridiculously difficult, cutthroat, stupid, senseless industries
Yeah.
on the planet, and you will be rejected far more than you will be accepted. And that's the game. That's the game you're signing up for. And if number one,
Hey,
you don't win something, and that's discouraging, then it's time to
That's
go.
how I'm going to spin it now. Hey, guys, this is for your own good.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
I'm
like,
going to the Champions Club to get some
yeah,
brownies.
listen.
You're
to
not
me.
invited.
If you're not okay with rejection, don't be in showbiz.
I'm going to the champion. Hey, this is for your own good, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be in the Champions Club getting brownies.
God.
Hey, a couple stories that I do want to talk about before we move on. Scott, did you have a nice weekend? by the way?
Yeah. I went down to DB's yesterday and hung out for quite a while, watched the whole Chiefs game, and just had a great time down there hanging with Corey and all the folks. And, man, that place is so fun. And it's a great place to watch football because
it's a great
8
time.
million TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Food's
But, yeah,
great,
it was a good
too.
weekend and hung out with I want to say congratulations to my sister and brother-in-law that just had their 5th baby girl.
Oh wow.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
5 girls.
Five girls.
Hung
What a
out with the
nightmare.
family a lot this weekend, too. So it was a good time.
Headline, pilot training in one of America's most expensive weapons systems ejected over South Carolina, and officials cannot find the plane. True story from yesterday.
Whoa.
Can't find.
How
the
is this
plane.
not headlines
Was it camouflaged?
everywhere?
Maybe it's a national security threat.
So here are the details. A pilot ejected from his F-35B Lightning II jet after a quote-unquote mishap during a Sunday training flight. Pilot unharmed. Jet lost. They don't know where it is.
Wow.
No GPS on that bad boy, huh?
The F-35 Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter program is the DoD's most expensive at $1.7 trillion.
Nice.
And the plane itself is not worth that much, obviously, but it's
It's like a cool $2 billion or something.
I'm trying to see how much that plane actually cost. But they don't have
They're asking the public for help.
if you know where this is, please call this number.
Okay, have you seen any random $1 trillion airlines?
Can they describe what it looks like just in case?
Airplanes coming
It's got
down?
2
Come across the
wings.
plane and
Listen,
It's
my
dope
phone
looking.
has a Find My iPhone feature.
Right.
Yeah. Even when the battery's dead.
How do they not know where this is? Joint Base Charleston asked the public to, quote, cooperate with military and civilian authorities as the effort to locate the jet continued. If you have any information that would assist the recovery teams, please call the JB Charleston Base Defense Operations Center, and they give a phone number.
That's wild.
Is this like up in the mountains?
Charleston.
North Carolina? Is this on the coastline? Could it be in the ocean?
Badass looking jet, though.
Missing
Huh?
somewhere over South Carolina when the pilot ejected due to a mishap.
That's my favorite part, is the mishap.
Do you think he was like, "What's this button?"
They're not going to say, we're not going to get any more detail than a mishap.
Well, I have a dear friend who is
Got a
a
boot?
test pilot for Boeing. And his job is to take these planes up, these type of planes up, and fly it until something goes wrong.
And test out mishaps.
Yeah.
So
That's a fun
let
game.
me. Is this somewhere in local areas?
Yeah.
Where does one do these things to try to
I don't
get
know.
mishaps? Because if it's over my house, can we mishap somewhere
Over
else?
St. Charles County. I don't know. He's
Legit
very
question.
vague when he talks
Legit
about what he
question.
does. It's a legit
You
question.
hear all the testing, and typically happens over in the deserts, and that's because it's a desert.
His job
You got
is to
nobody there.
fly one of these things until something goes wrong.
I just want to know. I want to know the path.
I'm sure they've thought of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what,
Is the
that's,
heated-
that's what Rizz says after he reads a story of a mishap on a plane, and they
I didn't hear of any house get hit.
because they haven't reported it yet.
Yeah. I wonder if the eject
did.
seat. I wonder if the eject button is next to the heated seat button.
That's it. The aircraft's stealth, so it has different coatings and different designs that make it more difficult for for detection.
It's so good at hiding, we can't find it. I
How
guess
much does this thing cost?
That's a plus.
What's it look like?
It's awesome. What would you call it? What was it?
It's
F-35.
the F-35.
The B? The Lightning?
Yeah, the Lightning II.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
It's pretty dope, man.
Wow.
Crash in Charleston. Wow.
They just don't know where.
I mean, it looks like a futuristic what we wanted to play with when we were kids. You know, this is straight out of GoBots.
Yeah.
I just hope Lloyd, the guy that found Bigfoot, it landed at his property. He's not going to tell a soul. He's just going to try to rebuild it.
Oh, back to Mizzou Storm of the Field. Steve on Instant Feedback says he was at the Mizzou game on Saturday. They didn't tear down the goalposts. They had 10 state troopers surrounding each one.
So they picked them up and tossed them in the river.
With the troopers and all?
All right.
Yeah. Also, to go back to Turnpike Troubadours, I don't know why I didn't think of this, but Matt Carpenter's, somebody emailed that, and Matt Carpenter's walk-up song
was a Turnpike.
The Long Hot Summer Day or whatever. I'm sure we've all heard it.
Hey, look at this. I mean, this does the vertical, like the old Harrier.
Like a Harrier?
Yeah.
Like takes off vertically? Yeah, cool jet. Looking for it. So.
Maybe it's just doing this. Maybe it's just floating. Maybe it's just floating in the air somewhere.
Some Hoosier out there in South Carolina is going to find it. He's going to free jet.
Yeah, it's going to stay in his yard
all
forever.
Finders keepers.
All that UFO talk. It's just the F-35, just floating and spinning and doing goofy things.
You'll never believe what I just found on the eBay. A jet. This is awesome.
Wait, that takes off vertically and then just turn the jets on and go?
Yeah.
Dude's going to find it.
Cool.
It's going to be on his front lawn.
We're there.
Weeds growing around it.
That's right.
This is an 80s movie. Dude, there's a kid going to find this.
Yeah, this is one of those 80s movies that is so unbelievable. Like, yeah, the U.S. Air Force would lose a jet.
So the F-35B is between $78.3 million and $80.9 million.
Only how much?
Between $78.3 million and $80.9 million.
Official search underway for the missing
this is an 80s
F-35B
movie, guys.
stealth fighter jet.
I don't know how to tell you this, but not only is a kid going to find that jet has AI and it will have a personality.
Yep. And he doesn't. And the kid doesn't
and
have to give it back.
best friends.
Because now
the
they're
movie
friends.
will be the kid finds the jet and somehow brokers world peace.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
like
thing.
almost starts World War III.
Yeah.
Because he flies into a zone he's not supposed to fly into, maybe like Russian airspace, and they like scramble their jets.
Well, that's what's
and there's almost an international incident, but somehow the kid.
Oh yeah. Well,
broker's peace.
The jet, because of the mishap they're not telling you is that the jet had a malfunction, and the AI is peaceful and doesn't want to hurt people.
Hey,
it's a friendly jet. And if the government gets their hands on this jet, they're going to reset its memory, and it'll be gone forever. And the little boy's going to try to save this jet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think this writes itself, guys.
What was the?
What are we calling it?
I just showed the kids this
Benny
movie.
and the Jet.
It wasn't Flight of the Navigator. What was the '80s movie where the kid is like a
trademark?
Maybe he's a robot or something like that. But he they're all talking about DEFCON 3, DEFCON 2.
That's War Games.
War
Would
games.
you like to play a game?
Yes.
That's Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
Yeah, we just showed
Great
that
movie.
to the kids.
Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah, I was telling them about Flight of the Navigator.
Huge.
We haven't seen that one yet.
Dude,
but-
War Games. Man, that's the jam, that movie.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Circuit.
It's just a little. I mean, go back and watch it. It is flat 80s, man.
I have seen it recently.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun, but it's interesting. It's because it's.
Oh, the 80s tech and all the flashing lights.
Well,
and-
I mean, just
wasn't that-
but how the movie moves. The kids. It's hard to get the kids to understand how our minds worked in the 80s because of how movies moved.
Well, and the premise of War Games is Matthew Broderick is like a computer nerd, and he wants to play tic-tac-toe, and he somehow, with his modem from home, hacks into the Department of Defense mainframe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen this movie?
No.
Oh, dude.
It's as ridiculous as it sounds, but
It's
then
awesome.
when you see 2023 headline, Air Force launches search asking public to find stealth jet.
What was the name of the computer? Joshua.
Yeah, here it is.
Let's see here.
The official trailer.
In 1983.
David Lightman was a master at computer games.
Oh, this is pre-First
Fast thinker.
Oh, David! Maybe you could tell us who first suggested the idea of reproduction without sex.
Your wife?
Get out, Lightning.
And a promising student at at an old game
Hi.
with an electronic
What's that?
twist.
Those old computers.
Those are
love that.
great.
What's that gal's name?
I don't think that I deserved it, do you?
You can go to jail.
Oh,
for
she
that.
became a big-time actress,
Only
too.
if you're over
Yeah,
18.
who's that?
This computer company is coming out with these
That's not
amazing new
Elizabeth
games
Shue,
in a
is
couple
it?
of months.
Ali Sheedy. That's
Ali
Ali
Sheedy.
Sheedy.
Ally Sheedy.
Wow. You got something.
He found the right code word to play the game,
We're in.
God,
but
dude,
it was the wrong computer.
Shall we play a
Shall we
game?
play a game? Oh, dude, the best.
this was so fun.
Nuclear war. Fine.
And then you get to school and you're messing on the Fred Rider and you're like, man, how did he do that?
Oh, and he breaks into the Department of Defense.
Right.
and-
There's so many of those movies. Daryl, somebody
Daryl. That's the one I was thinking of.
where the kid's like a robot.
Yeah,
that lives in the mountains or whatever.
That's the one. Yeah, because it's
Data analyzing robot something. I don't remember what it stood for.
here it is. Daryl.
Daryl.
Do you remember this one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Daryl is.
Oh, yeah.
There was just a ton of. There's a movie called Tank with James Garner where he was just a guy that had a tank and like took it.
And Daryl was the kid from Neverending Story.
Yep.
I live for
Yeah.
old
I
computers
never
and
saw
old
that.
movies, like to see what they thought was
So,
like high tech.
What they thought the future was
Yeah.
going to look like. Tron's hilarious.
That is so good.
Oh, Tron is so cheesy.
Man, you never saw Daryl? Daryl was the one that we watched with the family, and it was like, man, the pacing of it was so different.
No, I was
Daryl.
wrong.
Never heard of this
I
one.
think he's learned a lot more
It's
than
D.A.R.
What's your name,
Y
son?
dot L.
L.
My name is Daryl.
And what you doing up in these parts?
I don't know.
yeah, it's
Physically,
Bastion.
he's 100%. But he is suffering substantial amnesia.
Daryl.
Damn it,
Daryl.
Daryl.
Damn it, Daryl.
I love watching like hackers and what they thought, the futuristic version of
This.
hacking was going to be.
Oh, man. They just showed a scene.
What was the one with Sandra Bullock?
Love Potion number 9.
Dennis Miller was in it. Had to do with hacking.
The net.
The net.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
That was all about
Net.
the internet.
Oh, man, the internet.
It's coming for us. You know what's funny is if we were to watch this, it would be like Enemy of the State. When you watch Enemy of the State, you're like, dude, that movie is terrifying and it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's terrifying about it is everything that they said that we should be worried about came true, and we don't care.
No.
That's
That's the
wild.
scariest
jaded.
part.
Yep.
That's the scariest part of all this. I bet if we watch the net, we go,
Well, listen.
this is all true.
If this missing F-35
How funny.
is AI and becomes aware,
Oops.
You bow
I,
down.
for one, bow down to my F-35 overlords. What if there's some kind of reward being offered for finding this jet?
Oh, lifetime supply of Pepsi. Or
Medal of Freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Would you take the highest bidder? Like if all the countries are offering money for it?
Oh, yeah.
What,
Which
I wonder
one?
what the condition of this
Better
thing
not
is.
talk
then
like
if
that, brother.
I'm
Lockheed
joking.
Martin,
crashed.
Lockheed
I
Martin
joke.
has no comment either. They're not even commenting on why wouldn't you comment?
Because it's government secrets.
Yeah, I mean, this is like this is a threat to national
Yeah, you don't want
security.
international stuff to find this one.
I don't know. It's all very odd. The conspiracy theories start to
Well, it's
run rampant.
it's new technology. You don't want the bad guys getting their hands on.
Well, it sounds like they already did.
Well, in South Carolina, we better find that jet.
Yeah.
Another big headline making the rounds locally. Headline, RFT.
Oh, no.
I saw this
I
one.
know.
St. Louis Starbucks barista pumps whipped cream into their diaper.
This is my Starbucks.
Oh, I heard about
This, yeah, this is one we frequent
It is?
every single week.
Oh, you're drinking diaper cream?
I got diaper cream.
As soon as he said it, Lern and I were both like, "Oh, no, that's our weekly Starbucks."
And by the way, and I got to give it to the RFT writer, whoever wrote the story, because the first line is, if your Starbucks Frappuccino has tasted like ass recently, we may know why.
Oh my!
Nice.
that is beautiful.
You're not going to see that in the New York Times, am I right?
That's right. St. Louis's finest.
Again, RFT. I'll read from the article. A Starbucks barista in Baldwin with a purported diaper fetish was put on blast today for allegedly stuffing whipped cream down their diaper from behind a Starbucks counter. I guess the handle Libs of TikTok posted a video of the action on Twitter on Friday. In the video, the barista is seen stuffing whipped cream down their diaper. which was the only thing they were wearing besides a collared blouse, for a solid 48 seconds before dumping a grande cup of ice down their crotch to join the cream.
This is a one-time thing?
No way.
This is an every Saturday thing.
Yeah. Is this a guy or a gal?
I don't know.
I have
You
a
never
photo.
So can you get arrested for this?
Collared blouse.
I don't. Let's see.
Hey, who had a guy in their head the entire time?
I did.
Me.
Until you hear
Yeah.
until you heard collared blouse, and now I'm like, I don't even know.
Well, I mean, I can't tell
You
if this
can't
is
tell.
man leg or lady leg.
You can't tell.
that looks
No
man-
hair on this
It
leg.
looks like a man leg.
Does it? Let me
Yeah, it
see,
looks
let me
like
see.
man leg.
Was
Let me
that
see.
is that real or is that just a
I don't know.
Shutterstock photo?
Libs of TikTok is what.
They didn't
Well-
catch the person.
No. So, okay, maybe you would take it, with skepticism. Okay, it was first on Twitter, but a post on their website. The screenshot has an email from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, and they investigated. And they included the department's reply, which noted that the barista's actions, quote, do not demonstrate compliance with either the state health code or one in St. Louis County.
No kidding.
And said the state would forward the complaint to the St. Louis County Department of Health for an investigation. Okay, in an email to the RFT, Lisa Cox, a spokeswoman for the State Department of Health, confirmed the communication and that the department has indeed notified St. Louis County Department of Health. A spokesperson for Starbucks provided the following statement after publication. It's real. The behavior in this video taken 3 years ago is a clear violation of policy, and Starbucks takes appropriate action when we confirm unacceptable behavior. We can confirm that the individual who appeared in this video is no longer employed by the company.
Now that I'm looking at it, could be a gal. There's
Where's
no way.
the vid?
There's no way to tell. Here's the.
We have been in touch with the local health department and are in full compliance with all health and safety regulations.
That's the picture. I tell you what,
That's
though.
real.
Oh, it's real. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's behind a counter. I mean, it's obviously after hours, it looks like.
kind of bums me out that you said it was 3 years ago. I wish it was 3 days ago, only because they say the safest time to fly.
It's right after an
right.
accident.
That's right. So like, if this is going to be our weekly Starbucks, there's no better time.
Do you go to the?
There's
I know
no-
exactly
there's
where
no
that one
cleaner-
is. By the Texas Roadhouse.
It's in the parking
Yeah.
lot with Sky Zone and the
Lowe's.
flea market and the
Yeah, Lowe's right there.
restaurant. Yeah.
That's right. When I go to Lowe's, I decide I want a Frappuccino with some extra whipped cream, and this is
There it is.
Home
a
Depot.
lot of ass.
There it is.
It's all right there. So I mean, by the way, the cleanest Starbucks in town after today will be that
Ballin'.
one.
But it did. They did say it happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Oh man. And yes, after hours.
Or
it
before
seems.
hours.
Or that sun
before.
coming up.
Oh, it could be sun coming up.
Well, it is one of those like hardcore whipped cream.
It's what they use
Yeah.
to put the foam on the.
It's
this,
like the
on the
culinary whipped cream
Frappuccinos.
maker thing with like the little air, the little air bullet.
Yeah.
don't
This
know.
should make no one happy.
Yeah. I'm curious if this was a side hustle situation. Like, was this person videotaping themselves
Right.
doing this for like
Money is.
A, TikTok, B, OnlyFans?
Also, it makes you wonder, like, what did that feel like? It has to be
Oh
kind
my
of
gosh.
refreshing to
You're the only
fill
one.
your butt with.
You're the only
Whipped
one that
cream.
thought about that, man.
Like, just think about like what. Let's all
Somebody-
just go there.
It has
some
to be
insight into
kind
it.
of refreshing to fill your butt with cream.
it has to be the worst.
Okay, no.
That's the worst.
Somebody.
He just said.
You know,
I'm not even
we
gonna
go
say
to
their
great
name.
efforts to take things out of there.
I'm sorry. Listen, just imagine underpants,
No.
whitey tighties. You guys, you get like a 6-pack of them at Walmart. You decide to get a can of Ready Whip, and you just fill the britches with
No.
whipped cream, and you sit down. It's like,
No,
Garrett
no, no.
calls it a crappuccino.
That is a perfect nightmare.
well, for you because you don't like. having
Okay,
these
so
kind of-
somebody, I
Who
guess,
would
in
like
the know,
anything like we go to great lengths to avoid exactly what you just said.
It's like Jello
a
wrestling.
load in our pants.
anything. I mean, like anything
You're going
squishy,
great lengths,
filling the crack. I mean,
You're telling me, like,
what?
You people watch spaghetti wrestling
you people?
and Jello wrestling. I'm just saying this could be.
When do I do that?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sure.
Sure, I've
it's
What
hosted-
80s movie are
Sure,
you
I've
basing
hosted
our
some of these
lives on?
events, yes.
Yes.
You've never hosted a spaghetti wrestling?
Never.
Oh, well, I
It
have.
could be kind of interesting.
We
I'm
also
not-
all went back to Vietnam and rescued our fathers in POW camps.
Okay, so somebody on the
No way.
on the email says, and I guess there's somebody in the know. It is a biological female that goes male.
Okay.
Okay. And they said the whipped cream goes fully down the back and up the front because it's one of those industrial strength, not your ready whip. It's got,
Right.
you can put the CO2 cartridge in it.
Yeah. CO2. That's what.
That's a serious diaper too. You see the diaper?
So I guess the sensation of it going from the back up to the front is
refreshing. It's like having a cloud in your pants.
A sugary cloud of stickiness.
You're telling me you people have never had whipped cream in the bedroom?
Never.
Hell
no.
Never.
No.
Never.
You didn't watch. What's the movie with the whipped cream bikini, Varsity Blues, and want to just go crazy?
Sure.
You've introduced whipped cream into your bedroom?
Absolutely.
I got to say, there's a difference fundamentally.
We're more of a Cool Whip family.
Yeah. Same.
Spoons.
That's what I did. I used Waldorf salad.
Lots of walnuts. Yeah.
Little apples.
Even if you're doing that though, you ain't putting it there.
Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
Wait, you're
not in a diaper.
You're cracking it?
Not in a diaper.
No, this was like a big thing in the 90s. After Varsity Blues came out, everybody was like, ooh, whipped cream bikini, whipped cream crotch. And so this to me doesn't make the fact it's happening at Starbucks, yes, gross. But the fact that somebody would possibly do it as a prank or possibly do it as something sexual is not that crazy.
But you're doing that like a little whoop to lick it off and have it be like a
sexual thing.
It's like a I don't know. It's like a cutesy thing. We're talking about filling cracks. Those are there's no association here.
I agree. I've done whipped cream in the bedroom. Fun time. But everyone's naked.
Yeah.
Things are going to get cleaned up.
Did you work at Starbucks?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this my leg?
I'm not walking around with a Fruit of the Looms full of Ready Whip all day long.
I like to put mayonnaise in my.
Yeah.
No way. That is a.
I like stone ground mustard.
throw up.
Something about the texture.
That's a different base.
I'm just saying it probably is reminiscent of, just, I don't know. I'm not as.
I think that this guy said, and he seems to know what's going on.
Listen, you like whipped cream in your trousers, and that's okay.
It's the sensation of it being shot like with such high pressure,
guys,
into the diaper.
You missed the most shocking thing she said. She said, "Can't you just imagine putting it there and filling your pants and then sitting on it and squishing?" And I mean, she even illustrated.
To me, it goes to something.
You're
comical.
a step away from cake farts,
dude. I am. What's wrong? Ever since joining the show,
what's wrong with you? You've been exposed.
The squishiness, that was the part of the attractiveness.
And then it coming out the top.
I want to vomit, and nothing turns my stomach.
Squishing
nothing.
and then coming out of the top of your diaper. Oh,
I don't know. The more you talk about it, the more I'm you're kind of winning me over.
No,
I've never done it, but I'm a little whip curious right now.
Whoa, whip curious.
Let us know how it goes.
Well, if you want to come in a diaper, we will gladly film you doing this.
I'll tell you this, it's a gateway topic.
Filling yourself up.
BYOT, bring your own tarp.
Bring your own tarp. We need one of the industrial. I have to go to that kitchen, store to buy one of the industrial CO2 whippers.
Well, I'll tell you
They're
what.
not hard to get.
This sounds awful.
I'm just warning you, it's a gateway topic.
It is.
Next thing you know, you have hot fudge all over you. Who knows? Oof. I got to say, though, over the course of 5 minutes, you've won me over. I'm ready to come over to your side.
Thank you.
Let's just get some whipped cream and sit around in it all day.
Southern Illinois is rising up again with their whipped cream pants.
Disgusting. It's disgusting. You don't like sticky stuff on your fingers.
No.
Let alone
your
crotch.
Guess what? No one likes sticky stuff in the crack.
This person does.
This person does. There's a lot of people in the chat, kind of getting whipped curious with me. So this could be a thing, you guys.
I mean, this person who is doing this is not the first time.
Mm-mm.
There's no way this is the first time. They've done this before. And they love it. And they love it.
What a mess.
Well, and also, we've glazed over the fact that why are they wearing a diaper to begin with? Just for kicks?
Is
this something that's needed? Is it just for this?
I think it was just for this. That's what my imagination tells me.
I'm imagining this is a younger person.
They look young.
Not very tanned.
Man, looking at the I've been in there. looking at the still shot. I know exactly what that's all about.
I picked up a caramel macchiato from that counter.
I know that counter.
A couple weeks ago.
All right. Well, those are the headlines.
And
I don't know what's more important to us, the missing F-35 or the
Yeah,
The missing F.
Probably the missing F-35.
It seems important.
We can all agree that the cup in this picture has too much ice. Too much ice. You're ripping me off.
Yep.
Fewer ice cubes, please.
That's what you're going to, right?
I just think this guy's or gal or
Human.
is just doing whippets wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't get the memo.
Yes. That's it. They don't know how to do whippets.
Different order.
That's
Like, I
it.
tried doing whippets. I didn't get high at all, but man,
Bam,
my ass is wet.
My cheeks have been stuck
Somebody
together
tell this
for
person how to
weeks.
properly do whippets. That's it.
Hey, I'm not fetish shaming too. If you're into the sitting in things, I'm just telling you.
Just
that
don't
I
do
think
it
it's
at
far.
Starbucks.
I
You
think it's
guys
far
have been
rarer.
doing Freak of the Week.
How about don't do it at Starbucks?
Well, yeah, I'm not okay with it being at Starbucks,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying
She's saying
if you're
you
down to put whipped
understand.
cream in your
I don't care what you do at
underpants at home, yeah, it's probably
No one's
is
judging
refreshing.
the fact that you put whipped cream in your underwear at home.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you,
you are
Ray.
who
Just
you
don't
are.
do it at the Starbucks at Lern frequents, okay?
I'm saying that I don't understand the draw.
Stave that for Tim Hortons.
Exactly.
Boy, I wonder what that person is doing now. If it was 3 years
They're
ago,
probably a
and they were fired.
millionaire, man. They're probably on OnlyFans making millions of dollars.
How, as management,
Nah.
do you approach this person? Nah. Say, hey,
Kyle,
Say nah to that.
Kyle, we have some video that we
Kyle,
need to discuss.
can you, hey, Kyle, can you come to the back room real quick?
Yeah.
Come see you real quick.
No problem.
Put the whipped cream can down, Kyle.
Take a
and-
seat, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's come to our attention that after hours you've been
Well,
wearing a diaper and putting whipped cream down your pants.
And-
What proof do you have of that?
well, the number
Well-
Proof is in the pudding.
number of Frappuccino sales versus the whipped cream that we have left over at the end of the day is not
That
matching.
doesn't match up.
The whipped cream
We're
supply
losing
is-
inventory.
It's not matching up with the Frap
We're going
inventory.
through whipped cream like crazy at this Starbucks. What?
And the fraps are down. We haven't even sold that many.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just love the idea of them getting called in the office while whipped cream is actively like overflowing out of their pants. We have reason to believe you may be misusing the whipped cream here.
Oh, yeah?
Can you come over?
How dare you?
Where's your evidence?
They sit down and whipped cream just blows out the side, comes out of the top of their pants.
Yeah, God.
Kyle, were you at a foam party last
Kyle.
night?
Every step sounds like
Oh, all
man,
right,
that's
going to commercials.
I set in snow, guys. I swear.
All right, Team Rizz Member Today is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Festus, Missouri, my favorite, Gene Fox. Gene Fox is our Team Rizz Member Today. Gene loves the Rizz Show crew and all the laughs the crew provides for him every morning on his way to work. Loves the banter, energy between the gang because it fuels the show and helps him not want to Ricky Bobby somebody into the wall. Well, awesome. Gene says, happy birthday, Rizz. St. Louis is not complete without the Rizz Show and 105.7 The Point. Thank you, Gene.
A listener just sent me a DM, and I think he's sending a professional whipped cream dispenser to the station. He goes, arrives
my
tomorrow.
gosh.
All right.
y'all are whacked.
Whip curious. Gene Fox from Festus is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up. 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz.
I already
What?
I already got a pocket full of coffee, mate. You make do.
All right, Crab on Celebrities after the break. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow@1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. 6-time fun facts coming up. Sex Toy of the Week. We'll give away some fabulous prizes and play 3 and 5 in just a little bit. Is somebody really sending us a whipped cream?
Yeah, listener Andrew said he sent me a link, and then he says arrives today. So I don't know if that's at his house or at the station. I'm on pins and
What do we
needles.
do with that?
Oh, we'll find something to do with that.
Are you going to put whipped cream down your pants?
Maybe I might put them down your pants, or the whole show's going to do it. I don't know. We might experiment.
Yo,
She was suggesting it as a punishment during the break.
that's
and
a punishment.
Didn't seem like it was a punishment
I don't
for
want to
everybody.
do that.
I don't want to do that.
What you guys have done? You've eaten like scorpions on this show. You've done all sorts of crazy stuff, and this
I
is
guess
the
I'll
line.
do it as a punishment for
I would
something.
never volunteer for something like this.
It has to be it has to go on the punishment board.
All right.
But
Is it good
how can it be
moisturizer?
on the punishment board
Because
if
you don't
one of
wanna
us
do it.
if one of us wants to do it?
Well, some of you probably want to, I don't know, dye your
Secretly do it?
eyebrows. I don't know.
Your mouth says no, you don't want to do it, but your eyes say, yep, you're all about it.
Sure does.
You're all about it. There is a video making the rounds this week. And besides somebody putting whipped cream down the back of their pants, a woman has gotten people all pissed off after she was filmed spreading her brother's ashes in a swimming pool and at a Ibiza club.
Oh, boy.
You see this?
No.
She, of course, thought this would go over very well.
Oh, you thought everybody would.
She thought everybody would say, what a fitting tribute.
Yeah, I think it was so cute.
What a fitting tribute to your brother that you've gone to Ibiza, to this very exclusive club where everybody's dancing in the pool and you are literally putting your dead brother everywhere.
There's bone dirt everywhere now. Great.
Bone dirt. Party with the bone dirt.
So the woman is dancing along with the music in a pool filled with a bunch of people, and then she
the bone dirt.
takes this dusty gray powder and just throws it.
Yeah.
She smiles and laughs it off.
You know, they say that the water turns purple around dead people.
Oh, just like the pool.
Oh, I didn't know.
The woman smiles, laughs it off, seems unbothered by the video's caption, just me sprinkling my brother.
I was talking about this with my mom yesterday at breakfast. My sister and I in Denver. I said, Mom, what do you I said, she goes, well, you kids know what to do with me when I die. And we go, we don't, Mom. What do you want? Because she used to want to be cremated and then spread her ashes at Rams Park because she was a huge Rams fan, and now that's gone. And so she said,
well, what's in its place now? What is there now?
Isn't it just like a training center?
Up in Earth City?
Yeah.
It might be that facility still.
The Isaac Bruce training facility? I don't know. Well, that's not where and so by the time we were done eating our pancakes yesterday morning, she goes, just take the ashes to Laurel Canyon. She goes, I want you to road trip in the VW bus and then spread me
in
at Laurel
California.
Canyon. So in California.
Okay, well.
All right.
And so now I know.
All right. Hey, by the way, that caption on that video, that can also attract attention that she's not looking for.
Just spreading my brother?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just me sprinkling my brother.
Yeah, that's... There's also corners of the internet where that means something different.
So the video goes viral after it was posted. Pretty much everybody's disgusted by what she's done.
I mean, why?
What? You're on
Why
a
are they disgusted?
weird trip today.
No. I'm just saying, like, people
Why did she
spread
think-
ashes literally everywhere.
Not in a
but
pool.
but not when I was swimming.
Not in a
when-
pool.
Oh, in a pool. I'm sorry. I just heard club.
Oh
No,
no!
no.
They did it in a pool where you know those pool
It's
parties.
Ibiza.
Oh, yeah, like a
It's
Saturday
Ibiza.
night.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Ibiza.
right.
Ibiza pool
and now
party.
Ibiza.
it's cloudy.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit much.
Like these are one of
I'm
these.
sorry.
Like it's one of these pool
It's
clubs
like you were on it today.
where like
You're going for an award or something.
I've never
Watch
been.
this,
I've
I'm gonna
never
be
been
the
to
weirdest
Ibiza, but
person.
it seems like a lot of beautiful people and with tight bodies
Yeah.
and bikinis dancing to like
kind of a place-
David Guetta.
Known for sobriety, right?
Yes.
Oh, definitely sober.
Like, oh my God, Calvin Harris is spitting poolside.
I got sober in Ibiza.
Why the pool? Like, because her brother loved that pool?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is I was waiting for him to say something. It doesn't sound like she has any answer for that.
Oh.
I think she just wanted to party with him one last
Also, your brother's going to be drained at the end of the
night. In
season.
the filter.
In the
yeah,
filter.
like
How about if you're next to this person and they take out this bag of dust
The urn.
and they start throwing it around? You
Is
go,
that Coke?
what is that?
Yeah.
No,
what?
that's bro.
Like, and you're wet and it's, I don't know how windy it was that day,
Right.
but now like your dead brother's ashes are sticking to me.
oh right, like Big Lebowski when he goes right back in his face.
Bad sunscreen,
All the
man.
dust.
I don't want to swim in that either.
No, pool's wrong. But she should have, like, in the ocean or
is an
outside of the
idiot.
club. Yeah.
That's like a block away from the pool.
This is an idiot. And she posts this thing and she named the club. I can't even pronounce it.
Joshua?
Is that how you'd say it?
I guess. I don't know. Because the same town.
USHUAIA.
How do you say that down in Argentina? It's
I'm not even going to
Joshua?
try it. But so she posted a video, and the venue actually contacted her and said, "Take this down immediately. Immediately."
What'd she do? What?
I don't know.
Why?
What man? I just
So all women sound in Ibiza.
No,
all
that's
women
not
that would
about
spread
women.
their brother's ashes
That's more of an idiot voice.
in a crowded pool. Yes, that's an idiot voice.
Yeah. That is genderless.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'd be angry. Thank you. Today is September 18th. Back in the day, 172 years ago, 1851, the very first issue of the New York Times went on sale at 2 cents a copy with the slogan, "All the news that's fit to print." 53 years ago, 1970, Jimi Hendrix found dead in his London apartment at the age of 27, choked on his own vomit after doing barbiturates.
He's the one I would bring back to life when people ask you, like, if you could see one show. I mean, it's Jimi Hendrix, right?
One guy.
One guy.
That's the one guy.
That's it.
Okay. That same day, 1970, Black Sabbath releases their second record with their classic hits Iron Man, War Pigs, and the title track Paranoid. 45 years ago, 1978, I've never seen an episode of the show, and it's something I would love. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
A TV series about a radio station that switches from easy listening to rock makes a debut on CBS.
I think it's online.
Oh, is it?
I believe so. Yeah, because I haven't seen it either, and I feel like as radio people,
I feel like we should watch that.
What's it called again?
WKRP in Cincinnati.
It's a guy who
Such a
classic.
good show.
WKRP.
Loved it when I was a kid.
Cincinnati.
It's on KPLR 11 all times in syndication. I bet I've seen every episode.
I think I've seen, but like Lonnie Anderson was the secretary,
Dude,
right?
this theme song rocks.
Ooh, play it. Can we? Oh, let's get flagged on
Let's
YouTube
get flagged
again.
on YouTube again.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me.
What?
Living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP.
Wow.
The complete series.
Tired of packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Baby, you and me were never meant to be.
All right, here it is. There we go.
But then it goes into...
They're solid plastic, so don't settle for imitation.
Is this the beginning?
But the senator, while
Can't tell if this is real or if someone just...
Oh, here it is. Oh, I know this.
Then it switches to hard rock. Smart.
Well, I know I never came out on DVD because they were having problems clearing rights to songs.
Yeah. But right at the end, when they start running the credits, it changes to like a rock song.
Gary Sandy.
Gary.
Gordon Jump.
Gordon Jump. He was the guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah. Mr. Carlson.
Huh. Okay. Well, it's online, I guess. Let me see here. 36 years ago, 1987, DuckTales and Full House both premiered.
Oh, my gosh. DuckTales. One of the best shows of all time. Of all time.
And 19 years ago today, in 2004, Britney Spears marries Kevin Federline, and everything is okay with that couple.
Wow.
Still in love.
I can still see Kevin
Strong marriage. Healthy
Federline's
roots.
face in my burned into my skull.
Kevin Federline?
Yeah.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Grab on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouseco.com, 636-600-0188. Well, several talk shows were walking back their relaunch premieres in the midst of the Hollywood writer's strike. The Drew Barrymore Show and The Talk were scheduled to start this week, but both shows received so much backlash for doing a show during the work stoppage. I watched Drew's tearful video on Friday, which has since been taken down.
Way to hold firm, Drew.
But she says, I've listened to everyone, and I am making the decision to pause the show's premiere until the strike is over. I have no words to express my deepest apologies to anyone I've hurt, and of course to our incredible team who work on the show.
So now you've pissed off everybody.
Everybody's
now
mad
you've wound up pissing not only the writers, so you were going to cross, picket lines for, you've also pissed off the people that were going to go back to work.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
well,
man.
at least everybody's equal now.
Yeah.
Now everybody hates you.
Bill Maher's coming back too, right?
He is.
He said...
I think he'll probably stick to his guns.
He'll stick to his guns. I don't know if you read his Twitter post on Friday, but he's so edgy. He always just wants to, he doesn't care. So he took place on Twitter and said, yeah, we're coming back. I don't care what you think.
And he's not using writers, he said.
But he's not using writers, so he won't have the monologue. And they're essentially just going straight into the interviews.
He's not going to do the new rules segment.
Right.
He's just doing interviews.
Yeah.
Like the panel.
All
But
this is doing is making Netflix and everybody else richer.
I have a good friend that's one of his writers, and I haven't talked to him, but I'm curious how he feels about that.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to end well.
St. Louis guy.
I don't think this is going to end well for the actors. I don't think it's going to end well for the strikers. It's definitely not going to end well for all the old school thinkers and cable folks and all that kind of stuff. All it's doing is making Netflix rich, and they're just acting like they're a part of this. Like,
Well,
this is rough. We stand with Warner Brothers. Yeah,
I looked
right.
for real time on Friday. I thought it was going to air this past Friday, and it's not there yet. So I guess this Friday is when.
And Bill Maher,
show.
if you listen to his podcast, he always talks about how much he loves his writers. And I don't know. Curious to see how this is going to end.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
CBS.
All they're doing is losing. It seems like all they're doing is losing more and more young folks to everywhere they were going anyway. All the apps, the TikToks, like nobody's. Who's out there going, good God?
Well, if you
give
are not.
me more episodes
Here's
or something.
a question.
They're just watching older movies. Netflix has a bank of 1 billion hours of stuff to provide for people that are like, oh, okay, whatever.
Unless you are a writer or in SAG or are striking, ask somebody, how has this affected your life?
That's what I'm saying,
And they
man.
would say,
Like,
"That hasn't."
I think they thought that they had more leverage, and nobody's going to win here.
I don't know, man.
I
Margot
think
Robbie
so.
was at the picket lines. Over
They
the
stick it
weekend,
out
so.
long enough. Because COVID.
All you're doing.
We
is,
all got to the end of Netflix during COVID, and we were like, whoa.
Nah.
I didn't know this thing ended.
Yeah.
I got to the end of Netflix. We need new stuff. Like, I remember, like, being really hungry for just being like, man, nothing's been made in, like, a year and a half.
Maybe so, but you ain't the demo. I'm sorry to say, like we're aging out of the demo. The attention, where the attention draw is, like they don't care. They don't need new episodes of Yellowstone. They don't care. They have a bank of stuff that they've never seen, and they're going to TikTok anyway.
I mean, I'm just sticking on real time. I watch real time every Friday, and so I've missed it. I mean, they haven't had new episodes since April, and so I'm interested to see what this episode will look like and if it will be as good. And
think
Bill
it's just
Barr's
gonna
saying
be-
it won't be as good.
It's going to be him on the panel.
Is it supposed to be
Here's-
shorter?
I don't know. I
Or is
think
it
it's
same
30
length?
minutes. Or is it an hour? I
think
can't
it's
remember.
an hour.
But his podcast is getting me over. You know, I mean, he's still interviewing a ton of people, and that's interesting in itself, and it's much longer, so we'll just have to see. Speaking of new material that's being held up from the strike, to Moon's point, the Star Wars spinoff Lando isn't coming to Disney+. It will be a feature film starring Donald Glover. Glover's brother, Stephen Glover, announced the shift from the series to a movie last week on a podcast. However, production for the Lando film is being held up because of the writers and actors strike.
They're going to dump in Disney.
Yeah.
They're dumping the channel.
A lot of people are. I feel like I've had a lot of parents say this or going, we're just going to do it quietly and not tell the kids.
I was looking at I was trying to manage my subscriptions over the weekend. Like, what am I subscribed to that I can
right.
dump?
That's a fun day. We do that about like twice a month. Like, man, we really got to wrangle this in, and then we talk about it. And we go, oh, cool, and we make all these decisions, and we save like $4.
Well, I had a subscription to like a guitar tabs,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it was like $40.
Damn.
A year?
It was $40 a year.
Okay.
I'm like, what do I need?
You're playing guitar that much?
And no, not as much. But it was to look up, like, so I want to play, Welcome to Paradise from Green Day. And I would just have the guitar tabs for me. And I would, noodle around and try to learn the song.
That's cool.
It's a cool thing, but, I mean,
Yeah, it's
$40 a year.
really,
Right.
It's cool.
And
Cool
New
time to be
shirt.
alive, guys.
it automatically renewed. And I'm like, God,
Disney's $1.99 right now
$1.99
with ads. I saw an ad yesterday. It was like you can get Disney for $1.99 a month with ads. So they must know they're like, hey, we're running out of content.
Ooh.
Drop the price.
But you still want to watch Lion King? We know the kids do.
Well, I mean, it's $109.99
A year.
per year. Yeah.
In other news, Rolling Stone magazine and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame founder Jan Winter has been removed from the Hall of Fame board after he made some head-turning remarks in a recent New York Times interview. Damn it, Jan. He was asked about his new book on musicians who dominated rock and roll and the masters. However, didn't feature any black or female artists in this book. And Jan Winter was asked about this from the New York Times. He says, it was kind of intuitive over the years. It just fell together that way. The people had to meet a certain criteria, but it was just kind of my personal interest and love of them. Insofar as women, just none of them were as articulate enough on this intellectual level. He goes on. It's
What
not
an idiot thing to say.
It's not that they're not creative geniuses. It's not that they are inarticulate, although go have a deep conversation with Grace Slick or Janis Joplin. Please be my guest. Maybe Marvin Gaye, maybe Curtis Mayfield. I mean, they just didn't articulate at that level. You know, just for public relations sake, maybe I should have gone and found one black and one woman artist to include here.
Only one.
Hang on, he's not done. That didn't measure up to the same historical standard just to avert this kind of criticism, which I get. He goes on, I had a chance to do that. Maybe I'm old-fashioned and I don't give an F or whatever.
You know what he could have said? These are my favorite interviews that I've done.
And I just wanted to focus on those.
Wow. These are my favorite interviews that I've done, and here they are.
Full stop.
Full stop. No, he doubled down big time.
I read his book.
Oh, you did?
Who's in it?
His book?
Yeah.
This
All
is the
white
second
guys.
book.
Well, obviously, but
His first book about his life, Like a Rolling Stone, is what it's called. And it was interesting how he started Rolling Stone magazine. That's what I like.
It's totally interesting.
The history of it. He seems like a man that's kind of out of touch with. He's been so rich and running in these circles, these very famous people circles for so long. He's lost what reality is.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah, and you know what? This will be interesting because a lot of people blame him for inductions for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, specifically him. And so with now him not being on the board, now he's not making that choice.
I mean,
and
he
this
opened
could
up the
open it
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
That threw him off the board.
His interview with Ozzy Osbourne is very articulate. I will say that.
Hugh Jackman and his wife Deborah Lee Furness are divorcing after 27 years of marriage.
This was like this is the one that they always splatter everywhere and go like, look, Hugh Jackman wins sexiest man of the year, whatever, and he's with a regular gal.
Yeah, she's 67. He's 54. So they had an age difference there. I didn't know. I mean, I guess I just don't pay attention enough. But I guess after years of speculation, you know, like a lot of people thought, oh, Hugh Jackman's gay and his wife is
They always
his beard.
said that was his beard.
Right. But they did release
Not going to help those rumors.
Right. Well, they released a joint statement. Our journey is now shifting. We've decided to separate and pursue our individual growth. Our family has been and always will be our highest priority. We undertake this next chapter with gratitude, love, and kindness.
They have kids?
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man.
And older.
Two
I think
kids.
18 and 21 or something like that.
23-year-old Oscar, 18-year-old Ava.
Wow. Well, when he starts dating, so
Dudes, I know.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, I'm just
Which
saying,
would be fine.
Some good-looking Hollywood
good-looking
famous
guy.
person or something. There goes all that. 20 years of equity talking about Hugh Jackman and his regular ass wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like that has literally been their thing.
Yeah.
I always, every time they do it, I was always like, "What? This is a good-looking gal who
Right.
got her own thing going on, and she keeps getting plastered as Hugh Jackman's
normal
beard."
And it was always like, he's Wolverine. He could do better.
I know, how
right.
awful
And it
is
was
that?
awful.
Awful.
She probably
Awful.
got so fed up with that. Like after 27 years, they're like,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't handle this
It's
anymore.
so
Like,
ridiculous.
She just wants to grow old and have a normal life and not have to be the beard and the old lady and all this stuff. I don't
Oh
blame her.
God.
I mean,
what a,
Hugh Jackman is a tour de force. He could sing, he could dance,
Yeah.
he could act.
yeah. He should be with the Starlet.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Russell Brand has been accused of sexual assault by 4 women. The accusations say the attacks occurred between 2006 and 2013 when he was probably most famous. Remember forgetting Sarah Marshall. Brand posted a video on Friday denying all of the allegations. He admitted that he was promiscuous during those days, but said everything he did was, quote, absolutely always consensual. And he also claimed to have evidence refuting all 4 of these allegations.
He was, so the allegations came out on Saturday. He had a sold-out show at Wembley that night.
Oh, damn.
And I'm wondering if that went on without because this was splashed across every newspaper.
Yeah.
And in Great Britain, they love their
Tabloid
stuff.
stuff.
And it was on every
A
newspaper.
sold-out show at Wembley.
Dang.
Holy
That day.
You can
smokes.
see this. It's a pretty long video of him expressing how he's refuting these claims. But just to share what the women have said. One woman supposedly has text messages she sent to him after he allegedly raped her saying, quote, when a girl says no, it means no. And he texted back, very sorry. Another woman claims that Russell Brand was abusive to her during a 3-month relationship they had. She was 16 and he was 31. A third woman came forward and said that Russell Brand threatened to take legal action if she went public with some details. And a fourth woman says that he was physically and emotionally abusive to her in addition to sexual assault.
Well, he says he's got evidence to combat that. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have resigned from the board of their anti-human trafficking organization, organization following the fallout from their support. What is it called? A letter of character for convicted rapist Danny Masterson. Ashton has officially resigned as board chair for Thorn, which is the organization, and Mila has reportedly resigned as a board member. TikTok is being hit with a $360 million fine from the European regulators, for failing to protect children's privacy. They're also accused of mismanaging parental controls that automatically turned on messaging for kids that were under 17 without consent. TikTok says they don't agree with the decision, but they'll pay it.
That's cushion change for them.
Yeah, they're like, oh, guilty as charged. Cool, whatever.
Whatever. Take our $368 million.
We're still taking all the attention minutes from the entire generation, so whatever.
Snoop Dogg, believe it or not, is scared to death of horses. I was watching a little bit of this. He was on a... a video podcast with Tiffany Haddish, which is it's hilarious. The podcast starts with them both just rolling huge blunts and just talking, and then they get into it. Snoop sat down and he got into a number of subjects, one of which he has a fear of horses, saying, quote, "I don't know why I'm just so effing scared of them. They're so serious. You ain't never seen me in a scene with a horse. I've been in a scene with ostriches, iguanas, ain't never been in a scene with a horse. Like, get that mother effer away from me." End quote.
Hilarious.
Has anybody seen Starsky and Hutch?
The movie with
like
Ben
the
Stiller?
movie with Ben Stiller and
Owen
Wilson, and he was Huggy Bear.
I think I've seen pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched this behind-the-scenes thing where I guess Huggy Bear was undercover on a golf course, and I guess Vince Vaughn was the bad guy.
This is like a promo piece for it?
And Vince Vaughn really slapped him in the face.
Oh, no.
And he didn't know it was coming.
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Wait, Huggy Bear, Snoop slapped Vince?
No,
or
Vince
other way
Vaughn
around?
slapped
no.
Snoop Dogg in the face.
Well,
I guess the scene called for some kind of like, shut up.
Right. And Snoop Dogg's like 6'5", right? Or 6'4"?
Vince Vaughn's a big dude,
pretty
too.
tall, too. So
Yeah.
Slapped him in the face, and you could
Slap
see
fight.
the take that was in the movie as the shocked look of real.
Oh, really?
This dude slapped me in the face.
Dang.
Man.
Like slapped the taste out of my mouth.
Sum 41 frontman Derek Whibley left the hospital on Saturday that he entered on Thursday. He was getting treated for pneumonia. His wife, Ariana, wrote on Instagram that they'd planned to celebrate their 8th anniversary in Chicago, but Derek wound up in the ER. She and her mom, or Whibley's mom, a registered nurse, is going to be looking after Derek at home. But doctors warn that he has a history of medical incidents, may be susceptible to heart failure due to the strain on his heart.
Why is he in the hospital?
He went with pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
Yeah. But hopefully he's going to be doing
I remember
all right.
he had a big issue a couple of years ago that ended up, I don't know if it was a coma, but it was an extended stay in the hospital. That
like kidneys or something?
It was alcohol abuse.
Yeah, I think it was alcohol stuff.
And finally, let's trash another list.
Hey, they stopped though, right?
Yeah, he doesn't drink anymore.
No. I'm saying I think Sum 41 is done because Frank, my buddy, has been drumming for them the last couple of years, and I think they said
they just were on tour with Offspring.
I know. I think they're doing like final tours and saying, okay, we're done here.
They have one. Their next scheduled gig is October 20th in Vegas. So then they'll be. Then that's the end of the tour, I believe. The When We Were Young sideshow.
Yeah. So I wonder. I thought. Oh no.
Let's trash a list.
Did I say something I'm not supposed to say?
No.
Oh,
okay.
No, it's published. It's in U.S. Weekly News or whatever.
That they said they're done?
Yeah, they announced it back in May. They confirmed after 27 years after this tour, they're calling it adios.
Bummer.
Okay, Entertainment Weekly put out 50 best teen movies of all time, and they did this in chronological order. So, like, number one is 1955's Rebel Without a Cause.
Oh, okay, so there's no number one.
So there's no number one, but there is a top 20. And so I'm going to give, we kind of did this last week a little bit, but
anyone
this
ever
is
seen
entirely
that?
different list.
I'm going to be a top 20, not a number one.
You never seen that?
It's pretty
There's
cool.
no particular order.
I would
No,
have
it's in
thought that she would have
chronological
seen
order.
that.
What, Rebel Without a Cause?
Yeah, that's the James
Dean?
James Dean thing.
No, I never saw it.
They're at the observatory. It's pretty awesome. That little knife fight.
Is it good?
Tearing
I
me
liked it.
apart.
Fast Times.
Yeah, Fast Times.
Fast Times at Richmond High is number 6 in the 80s. What other 80s movies?
Back to the
are you on?
Future. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, 1985's number 9 on
Ferris
this
Bueller.
list.
Yep.
Breakfast
Ferris
Club.
Bueller, not on the list.
Say anything.
Well, you said Breakfast Club first. That's got to be.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast.
Number 10. Say Anything was number 12. So you guys
16
are good
Candles.
in the 80s. 16 Candles not on the list. Let me give you Rebel Without a Cause from 1955, American Graffiti from 1973, Cooley High from 75, Grease from 1978,
Grease.
Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones from 79. Also from the 80s, The Outsiders and Footloose, Pretty in Pink, Heathers. Yeah, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. What about the 90s? When you think about the 90s and teen movies.
American Pie.
Ooh,
Scream.
good call.
No.
Kidden Plays House Party 2.
House Party 1.
Oh my gosh.
1990.
What's the record store movie?
Empire Records.
Empire Records. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Down on the list.
Okay.
Days of Confused is on the list, though.
Oh, Good Burger.
Good Burger, no. Bring It On. Have you guys ever seen Bring It On?
Is that the cheerleading?
No.
Clueless.
What's the one with the...
Clueless.
Clueless, not on the list.
Clueless not on the
Which is
list.
How is that not on the
ridiculous.
list?
Super bad.
Superbad is number 19 from 2007. And from 2017, this last one we'll talk about, Lady Bird, which I didn't love.
What's Lady
That
Bird?
was a teen?
That was Greta Garwig.
I thought that was about...
That's Ladybugs.
That's Jonathan Brandos,
Yeah, I love that.
which was a great movie.
And Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, it is.
What was this list? Teen movies?
Followed
Teen
up by
movies.
Sidekicks.
I guess it was Mallrats technically not a teen movie.
Oh, yeah, I would say
I
it
thought
was.
that was like
I don't know.
that was like a huge iconic 90s.
I don't think any of them were in high school, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe that's the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Man,
That's a
that's-
crap on celebrities.
That is insane that
Yeah.
some of those weren't on there. Celebrities.
Clueless.
Yeah.
How?
That's a
Hello.
glaring oversight.
Yeah.
As if. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Patrick Schwarzenegger is 30. That's Arnold's son and Miley's ex. Jason Sudeikis. And I love how they list him here. They say, from We Are the Millers, SNL, Hall Pass, and Horrible Bosses. Pfft. Not from Ted Lasso? Come on, man.
Nah.
It's like the biggest thing ever. Has 2 children with Olivia Wilde, which makes him a hero in some people's book. Jason Sudeikis is 48. Exhibit is 49. James Marsden, that's Teddy from Westworld, and Cyclops from the X-Men trilogy, he's 50. Jada Pinkett Smith is 52. Lance Armstrong beat cancer, but not the doping investigations. He's 52. Ricky Bell, that's the Bell and Bell Biv DeVoe, is 56. Carrie Livgren, the guitar player and keyboardist for Kansas, is 74. And Frankie Avalon, the teen idol from the 50s. In all the beach movies, he's 83 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Aiden Aspen. And today's birthday girl has been in 93 fun films, including Aiden Gets Punished, Blondes Love It Black 4, Hip Hop and White Girl, Inked Sluts 1, Naughty Bookworms 25, Real Slut Party 2, Sorority Sex Orgy 2, and who could forget a role in 2011's My Big Black Stepdad? 3.
Wow. Okay.
Now, Lern, you don't have to watch the first 2 to get
understand
right
the
into
third. Oh, thank
the
God. I
third
love
one.
that.
Aiden Aspen is 34 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. It's Monday, and we'll play 3 and 5 when we come back. Give away some fabulous prizes, including tickets to go see Avenged Sevenfold playing a big summer show with Avenged Sevenfold Falling in Reverse, Monday, September 25th, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. I got it right. Queens of the Stone Age playing St. Louis Music Park on Saturday. We got tickets to go see Asking Alexandria and The Who. That's H-U, The Who.
Mm-hmm.
Co-headlining Bill in less than 2 weeks, Monday night, September 25th at the Factory. Tickets to go see 311 with AWOL Nation, the 26th over at the Factory. And we got tickets to go see Royal Blood next Friday, or this coming Friday, over at the Pageant. All right, so 3 and 5, simple contest. Moon's going to give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answer. You know how the game goes. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. 3 and 5 next. All right, 7:51. We got 3 and 5 here in just a second. We'll go over our Pick'em Challenge picks and what the outcome was. I forgot there are 2 games tonight.
Yeah.
There are 2 football games tonight. So we'll let you know how it's going.
Oh, it's awesome.
Is it? Is it, Scott? How's it going?
Somebody checked on the scores.
How's it going, Scott?
Well, all I
Maybe
know
it's
is you
going
guys
well
are
for some of
jerks.
us.
What's that?
Maybe it's going well for some of us.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sorry. I
Oh,
let
are
everyone
you?
down.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm riding blind with this stuff. From my picks to knowing what's going on, I'm riding.
I'll just say, everybody's done okay so far this week with 2 games to go.
Mm-hmm. Good numbers.
Good numbers. On both sides.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
On both sides. There's this advice columnist. Her name is Amy, and people write to her all the time. I wanted your take on this, dear Amy. Okay, what would you do? Dear Amy, a new neighbor moved in. I left a welcome gift on the porch, like I do for everybody that moves in. He got our number from a neighborhood directory and texted us a couple times, inviting us to visit. My husband and I went to their house, and our kids, aged 13 and 11, keep that in mind,
Okay.
stayed home. Upon entering, the husband said, "Let's get the awkward part over and hug." Hugs came in our direction, and we gave both them a hug.
Okay.
During dinner, he mentioned wanting us to use our pool. After more texts from him, we invited them over on Sunday evening. The husband immediately went to hug my son. My son gave him an uncomfortable side hug. My older son put his hand out for a handshake. The neighbor said, "Ooh, a handshake, huh?" I never thought they'd come in expecting to hug our children. A couple weeks later, he texted asking my son to feed their dog while they were away. Our son had never been to their house before. We weren't comfortable sending him by himself because of the hugging. The neighbor seemed surprised I was with my son. He came in to hug me. I offered a side squeeze, and my son stuck his hand out for a handshake. Again, the neighbor commented that my son shook his hand instead of hugging him. I was proud of my son and glad I didn't send him alone. While we were there, he asked my son for his cell phone number. I piped up, "You can call our landline number to ask our son to feed your dog." He seemed surprised that I didn't readily give him my son's cell. I keep telling myself that these neighbors are just trying too hard, but we feel uncomfortable. How could I be a kind neighbor but create space? My husband and I are jokingly telling each other we're ready to move. We would love to hear your thoughts, even if you feel I'm wrong. Signed, no hugs, please. The hugging thing is weird.
Yeah, for a neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and asking how the kids, you said 11, 13?
Yeah.
There's no need. Yeah. You could text the parents, and why would you even want his number?
People are sensitive, I've noticed, to that, and I respect that, because after I read some things online like a couple years ago with parents like, "Oh, we don't make our kids," because in the 80s, 90s, I'd hug everybody that my mom was like, "Go give your Uncle Joe a hug, go give neighbor Dave a hug." Now it's like people aren't saying that anymore, and so I always just fist bump or just high five kids. Like, I don't want to hug anybody, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and then the husband here going, "Oh, I guess we're not hugging."
Yeah.
And then making note of it twice.
Right. It's like, yeah. See, that's one of these people that gets sensitive, though. He probably remembers the time when everybody was hugging everybody. You know, he's triggered in that regard. Like, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it.
We don't have to hug.
We don't have to hug. You don't touch anybody you don't want to touch.
I'm not even comfortable with the food being left. I'll back the whole story up. You invited this on yourself a little bit. They can't hug you, but you can just leave a platter on someone's porch and they're supposed to eat it and be thankful for it. Like, what'd you leave them? What was in your little weird
welcome basket?
Quiche.
Yeah, I mean, you're leaving welcome baskets around the neighborhood like you're the ambassador. Cool. Then, yeah, maybe the guys, you overstepped. Feel them out first. You roll out the red carpet for these hugs, my friend.
Oh, embrace the hug.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you visited this upon your own house, you know? Like, you can't just be leaving stuff on people's porches, man.
What about the kid? That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's weird.
Yeah, but you're saying that, like, it's weird for me to be like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable hugging you yet." That's weird for me to say, like, "Hey,
I'm saying
this
it's
is my
weird
boundary.
to
I'm gonna
leave
stand
food
up
on
for it."
people's porch.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
a very neighborly thing to do.
I don't know. I mean, if that's not what you like, throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not what you like, go in for the handshake.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. Like, hey,
That's what I'm saying, though.
This would be cool if you went in and I said, "Oh, it's cool," and went for the handshake, and we could leave it there.
Yeah.
But if you think I'm weird for going in for the handshake more than just in the moment, you know.
I think it's a guy that's got a problem reading the room.
The hugger?
Yeah, the hugger.
We talked to Vince Vaughn earlier. I could see him playing this character.
The forcible hugger?
Yeah.
It's like the family that kisses each other on the lips.
Is that weird?
Sketch?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of what this reminds me of.
Stop with the hugs, okay? Stop hugging everybody,
Yeah.
especially people you don't know well. Stop it.
I mean, I'm a hugger. I do hug a lot of strangers and people want to, and COVID made me real freaked out. So I stopped, but now I'm kind of back to it.
No.
Adults, like I'm not going to hug your kids, but people want to, again, I've talked about this before, like people hug, pick me up and stuff. Like
When we do meet and greets, I put a kibosh on the hugs. Like, we can't be hugging.
well, how do you do that? You're just awkward each time?
No, just like blanket. I don't want to be hugged.
Right. But see, you give off that energy. You give off don't touch me energy. And I give off like let's hug it out energy, I
It
guess.
takes too much time.
Yeah, for me,
Rafe,
it's
you
just-
also give off let's just hug it out energy. And Moon, you too. Actually, everybody but Rizz on this show gives out hug it out energy.
I don't mind hugs, but I do notice when Tina and I are together, she always gets hugged goodbye. And people almost always go in for like a handshake with me. I think it's like just my nature, just my size
your
and my
stature.
demeanor. Because I don't mind it. I'm like, yeah, come on in. But I don't ever initiate because I always know that I'm like,
Yeah.
no one wants to see the big guy barreling at him for a hug. So I'm like, if you come in to hug me, come get it. But usually, everyone hugs Tina. And then they'll be like, hugs all around this circle. And everyone's hugging everybody. And then they're like, all right, man, see ya.
But they end up
High five. And
Aw.
I'm just like, all right, well.
So is that a thing for most people that around age 25 through maybe 30 is you just stop? Because whenever you're younger, it seems like it's so easy to go and hug everybody. It's all, hey, I just met you. This is awesome.
The crux of this problem
What time
here,
do you stop doing that?
the crux of this problem here, Scott, is that the guy's kind of upset he can't hug a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
And see, that's what I'm talking about.
We have problems.
People get triggered like this. Oh, we're not hugging anymore. You got asked to hug. Yeah, Dave, you do. I'm sorry. Like,
I don't want to hug you, Dave.
some people don't want you. We're not going to force our kids to hug every adult they meet. Like, and their family. This goes for family too. If your child, I don't know. I'm all about like the boundaries. And if you don't make your kid hug family members, that's cool, man. And
That's
I'm sure I'm going to
amazing.
get all sorts of hell for that. But
This is I'll try to make it short. Like in my family growing up, the whole family, not just my like core family, but like the peripheral family, nobody's a hugger. Like they don't hug. So that was not a world that I was
living in.
at all. But I think naturally, and we all know I'm adopted. I think naturally I'm a much more like physical loving person, and I found that out after I had children. When I had children, I was like, oh my god, just like
Right.
crazy lovey-dovey with my children. And not that my parents weren't when we were children, but like there's no adults hugging adults in my family.
Interesting.
So then like as I grew up as a young adult, like I'm pretty huggy guy, and now I'm kind of like getting back away from that, just because people are much weirder about it. And I'm not saying like in a bad way. I'm just saying like when Rizz puts the kibosh on the hugs, that actually takes a lot of pressure off of me and these things, because when
Takes a
people
lot of
come in,
pressure off everybody.
I feel like there's more gray area for weirdness.
So you'll do this next event we have. Like you'll kibosh all of us.
Oh, Point Fest, it's a rule.
Oh, good. Okay. I'll get under that umbrella.
Point
with ya.
Fest.
No
Remember
pressure.
last
No
one we were only
touching me.
fist bumping.
Dude,
Yeah, no
and it's
pressure.
so sweaty and gross. It's just not needed.
We were only
And
fist bumping on Point Fest.
My
Not
shoulders always smell like gross armpit, like sweat, like man pit sweat.
And people go-
Seriously, like because I go right underneath there.
People
so,
are shirtless and they want to like envelop you, and I'm like, get off me.
Yeah, yummy. I like it.
Let's fist bump. Hey, I appreciate you listening. Hey, thanks for hanging out.
I'm gonna
love
start
you.
doing the
Fist
kick
bump.
where you kick people. Like
Yeah.
I just remember it like in my young 20s, friends hugging each other. I was like, what the hell? This is so weird. I just saw you yesterday. What are we hugging for? Like hugging was for funerals in my family. You know what I mean? It was like sad events, and I didn't get it. It was like hell of a culture shock.
I do agree that it's like you kind of reach the point where I'm full Keanu Reeves at this point.
Hand like
Yeah, one,
I even after shows
Hand
with
behind your
people,
back.
Me
I
too,
don't-
man.
I don't, especially women. I don't,
yeah, me too.
and it's not a thing. Like, and I don't mind even if I know it's weird.
I like getting
even
asked.
if I side hug someone I know that's a female friend. There's times that I'm like, man, is this even cool? I don't even know.
I
This is
agree.
cool anymore.
I
I'm just
agree.
staying home.
I've had some male
I'm just staying
listeners
home.
that I've really loved who have come up and they're like, hey, do you mind if can I put my arm around you? Can I give you a hug? And I think that is the sweetest thing that people can do is ask, because they want to hug you, but they're not just going in for it. They really do respect your boundaries, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, but then they put you on the spot to say no.
Yeah, what if you say no?
I have said no. I'm like, it's just too sweaty. Like, I've said no, but I like that it's an ask, because then everybody's cool, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, man.
They walked away from you after the no, though. Like,
Yeah,
what a bitch.
what a prude.
Yeah, I apologize for the aggressive hug this morning.
Thank you, Scott.
Just hadn't seen you all weekend.
Should we give away some stuff? Let's do this here.
Sure.
All right, we got Avenged Sevenfold tickets, Queens of the Stone Age tickets, Asking Alexandria tickets, AWOL Nation with 311 tickets, and Royal Blood tickets. We are playing 3 and 5, as we do every Monday. Moon's going to throw out a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. Who had 3 categories right, you win. No ums or ahs to start your answer. I feel the judges are going to be firm today.
hard, firm.
We have one judge already yawning. That's the...
no hugs.
That's the no hugs. What's that leaving your body? That's the niceness leaving your body.
That's right.
It's all firm. All firm from here on out. Let's practice. Shall we?
Yeah.
Who
we
first?
shall. You tell me who first.
All right, Lern, you first.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 3 and 5. Let me get ready here. Okay. Here we go.
Name 3 baseball terms.
Out, strike, ball.
Wow. Yes. Indeed. Okay, next.
Rafe?
Rafe.
Yes.
Name 3 names of characters from Talladega Nights.
Ricky Bobby. But Bobby.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus. I think
What was Cal's? I
smoking
couldn't think
hot
of Cal's last
Cal
name.
Naughton.
I
felt like I was responsible for first and last names because it was
you could have done
NASCAR.
just first. Yes.
Ricky
Isn't that
Bobby.
weird?
Yeah,
Because it was NASCAR, I'm like, I got to know all their names.
What was the dad's name?
Hell, I don't know.
Dad.
Oh, yeah,
It
because
was
he's
Cal
like,
Naughton.
you do this, Grace, good. Yeah, what is his dad?
knew it
Because
was
he
Cal.
yells at his dad.
Cal Naughton was the...
Chip?
Chip! That's it.
Cal Naughton was the buddy. Shaken
John C.
Baby.
Riley.
John C. Riley.
You
Yeah.
could have
What
also
was-
said Walker
what
and
was the
Texas
dad?
Ranger.
What was Baron?
I think it was
I
Chip.
don't know. His,
Walker
well,
and
no.
Texas
His
Ranger,
his
right.
grandfather was Chip.
Oh,
Right? Or the
father-in-law.
the wife's dad was Chip.
that's right.
Because his dad was Gary.
So weird. I felt responsible for first and last names, and I never would on any other movie.
That's funny.
What was the dad's name? The guy from
Reese.
Office Space. Reese
Reese
Bobby.
Bobby.
Reese
Yeah.
Bobby. Thank you, Scott.
What was the
What
bad
was
guy?
What was
Jean
Sacha
Girard?
Baron Cohen?
John Gerard.
Dear sweet baby Jesus. You know what, honey? Why does the Jesus always have to be a baby? Jesus was a grown man. Now you do this, Grace, good. That's the whole
great.
scene is
That's it.
amazing.
Wonderful. All right, let's go to Justin in St. Louis. Justin, good morning.
Good morning, Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. 3 and 5.
Name 3 movies about music.
Nope.
Almost famous.
No.
Detroit Rock City.
Nope, wasn't about
Purple
music.
Rain.
That was about something else. Next.
Yeah.
Name 3 household appliances.
Broom, mop, dustpan.
Cleaning appliances. Are
Household
we talking,
appliances.
Those are all like
Oh,
Those
well,
are cleaning
I
supplies.
just thought of.
No.
Yeah,
Judges.
vacuum would have been
You're
an
dumb.
appliance. Oh wait, are we talking oven?
Household appliances. A broom is not a household appliance.
No, that's I agree. No.
What do you say, broom? What up?
broom, dust mop,
Hey,
dustpan, mop.
you're an
Yep.
idiot.
Not an appliance.
Just kidding, man.
Give your phone
Thanks for
number out over
listening.
the air.
That was a real dumbass.
You're an idiot. Thanks for listening.
No hugs.
Matt, hello.
I just wanted to see what you guys were going to do with that.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Let's play.
Name 3 Queen songs.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, my wife's going to kill me.
That was a B-side. But,
Come on, Matt.
My wife's
All right.
gonna-
oh, my wife's going to kill me.
Next.
Name 3 cities that start with the letter F.
Frankfurt, Franklin.
Festus.
That's a good one. I couldn't think of it either.
I mean, Fenton and Festus right here.
Yeah.
And Festus.
Franklin.
Man.
Tough day, you guys. Tough
Guys,
day.
It's like a
Killing it.
Talladega Nights character.
Ryan, hello.
Hello, good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you, Ryan. Here we go.
Name 3 types of plant.
Flowers.
Killing it.
Flowers does count.
We
That's
would have
a
counted Robert.
Robert
Hey,
Flowers.
Yeah, Robert Plant. He said 3 types of plant, which is weird. Way to put it.
Willow tree.
Why is that weird?
Grass.
Plants. 3 types of plant.
You could have said
A bush.
grass, tree, bush.
3 types of plant.
I mean, you could have said anything you want. I don't care. You could
He
have
didn't
said
say
species.
You could say fern.
I don't care. I'm not the judge. Y'all is the one.
All right, Ryan, here we go.
Question's the question. Don't question the question. Okay, name 3 things you put on your feet.
Socks, shoes, nail polish.
Love it. I mean, technically
Progressive
toes, but then
man.
it's on your-
I like that.
All right, final one, Ryan.
Name 3 things you see at the Muni.
Dancers, lights, action.
You do see a lot of action at the Muni.
Dancers,
It's live
light
action.
I mean, I would give it to him. Judges,
Live action.
Nah.
what do you
The judges
disagree
are
with?
Split.
Action is not it's not a observable thing. He said see.
I'm seeing the action.
They say action. Go. Hit it.
I'm gonna go see the action.
Are you seeing the breathing too?
You're seeing the action.
Breathing is taking
moving.
place.
You are seeing somebody breathe.
Okay, the judges are tied. Scott, tiebreaker.
I'm going to say yes, it is. Action. That you can see action happening. People are moving.
Overruled.
Paper blows across the floor. Action.
Okay, the tiebreaker judge weighed in.
Oh, that's a poor job.
Josh, hello.
Good morning.
All right, Josh, here we go.
Name 3 sports companies.
What, Rawlings? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I tried to make it. I mean, you
Sports
could have
companies?
said Dick's Sporting Goods. You could have said Johnny Max. You could have said Rawlings. You could have said Spalding. You could have
Louisville
said
Slugger,
hell, Miter,
Slugger.
Adidas,
Bryn.
Nike.
Yeah, I mean, just any of them that are in the
Okay.
sports realm. I made it as broad as
That's
possible.
very
and
broad.
You blew it.
Almost too broad.
That's okay.
Here we go.
Name 3 movies in theaters right now.
Ninja Turtles, The Nun 2, Greek, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Love this guy.
All right. he was
Wait a
prepared.
You know what?
I got it.
He came ready to play.
Josh came
Down.
prepared.
I got the Easter egg.
Everybody's looking up movies every week.
All right.
So bonus points for doing a singular number 2 sequel and a 3rd sequel in chronological order.
All right, last one.
Okay, name 3 cities in Africa.
Yeah, no, not going to happen.
Oh. Africa's a big continent.
It's a big place.
It's big.
Johannesburg.
Yeah, that's
Egypt.
one.
And that's it.
That's one of
Egypt's
many.
a country. But
Is
I
it?
like it. Egypt is a country. Yeah, yeah. You're thinking
Egypt
of Cairo.
is a country. Cairo.
Cairo.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'd have been out too. Egypt would have been my leadoff.
And he probably would have been like, boom.
I would have.
So smart.
Egypt.
All right, let's go to Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Let's play.
Name 3 types of shoe.
Tennis shoes, boat shoes, and boots.
Those are shoes.
Love it.
Those are our shoes.
Yeah.
Next.
Types.
Name 3 TV shows from the 90s.
Friends,
Seinfeld.
man.
Started off
Terrible.
strong.
Friends fan,
Terrible.
huh?
Are you afraid of
Started
the
off
dark?
strong. Okay, next. One final one.
Name 3 health foods.
Celery, apples, peaches.
Yeah. Oh.
Those are health foods. That's very
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
Watch. Nothing, man.
What? You're a
Nothing.
judge. Go ahead.
Oh, I just
Weigh in,
I
Judge.
detected a little stutter at the beginning of that celery. That's all I'm saying. Maybe my ears are deceiving
It was a
me.
little stutter.
it's a bit of a breath.
Celery. He could be a stutterer.
He could be a stutterer.
Could
We don't
be.
discriminate on this show. You guys speak
Possible.
impediment? That's all good.
Hey, by the way, there's some new apple or something. Wife's been buying this thing. It's like green, almost like a green yellow. Holy crap, guys! It's the greatest new apple. I don't. And you know what? The stickers don't have a name on it. You're not supposed to say Fuji
Yeah.
or whatever the heck. Nothing. Just a number.
Not
I'm
a
telling
Granny
you,
Smith?
this apple. Actually, you know what? It's terrible. Don't get it. Don't get it at all. Never
I'm in the
get it.
apples.
Talk about a momentum killer right there.
Don't momentum killer me.
Oh, momentum killered you.
I'm gonna start hitting other buttons.
You're not allowed to touch
I am
it.
interested in your apple.
Don't touch the. Don't ever touch this.
You deserved that one.
Don't ever
You
touch the
deserved
machine.
that one. I'm spreading
Don't
the
ever
apple.
touch the
I'm-
machine.
I'm spreading the
No
apple.
hugs. No touching.
Don't
I
ever
know
touch
what
the
the buttons
machine.
are now. I've ran this show enough to know
He-
which buttons to hit.
Rule 1: never touch the machine, Eric, you ready to play?
These apples are great, I'm telling you.
Did you play already, Eric?
No, I didn't.
Okay, here we go. Eric's playing.
Name 3 current NFL teams.
Packers, Cowboys,
And who?
Rams.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Got in there twice.
Yeah, listen, your phone cuts out and we don't hear you. Your fault.
That's on you.
Your loss.
All right, next.
Let's see. Name 3 energy drinks.
Prime, Red Bull, C4.
C4.
Good to me. All right, hang on.
Sounds good to me. C4 energy.
All right, one last contestant. Let's go to Matt in Waterloo. Hello, Matt.
Yeah, the first thing comes up is
Good morning,
side
Rizz. How are you?
effects.
Doing well. Let's play.
Okay, name 3 dramatic movies.
Saving Private Ryan, Lost in Space. I don't know.
Lost in Space. The Will Ferrell movie? Lost in Space.
No, that's Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost. That's a great movie.
All right, interesting. Okay, next.
Name 3 college courses.
Biology, psychology, phys ed.
Nah. Why are we clapping for that? Okay, I think we've had enough of this today.
You had enough?
I've had enough of this today.
I'm reaching for a button.
Don't you touch my thing. Seriously, I'll break your fingers.
No touching the machines. Physical violent threats? Fine.
Yes, this is the border. No, I touch anything on this side.
You're like Dwight
is mine.
Schrute and Jim Halpert with the desks.
Yeah. I'm going to put that machine in Jell-O.
Okay. Oh, next. Sex Time Fun Facts. We're doing it next. Sex Time Fun Facts next. Sex Toy of the Week.
We're going to do it live.
It is 8:23. What's happening? Why are you laughing?
Nothing, man. Rafe was doing his
You were
commercial.
both looking at me like you wanted to murder me during my life.
Me?
Yeah, I was like,
all of us.
Sorry
what's going
about
on?
I wasn't.
I was just listening.
I
but
was scared.
I
No.
came in hot.
It wasn't just during the commercial I wanted to murder you. It was
Oh, yeah.
No,
pretty
dude.
much
Are
all
you
the
having a
time.
murderous Monday?
She was laughing because
He touched my thing.
She was laughing. Oh, yeah. It's been since then.
That's what she said.
She was laughing because Rafe said that you look like you wanted to murder somebody. I said, he's been looking like that all day at everybody.
What? Me?
Yeah, and she was laughing because it's true.
That I look like I wanted to murder somebody all day?
Rewind the tape.
Moon
You have had this
specifically,
very aggressive
You have
look.
daggers for Moon right now.
Yeah.
Because he touched my instant replay
You
machine.
swing and a missed me. I mean,
that a rule we can't touch?
No,
Moon?
I momentum. Because you started talking about stupid apples in the middle of something we were doing.
He was talking about an apple.
Talk about a momentum killer right there.
Oh, heaven forbid.
And then you had the audacity to touch the machine.
You're right.
Yeah.
I am an audacious
Audacity.
man.
That is the last time that happens.
We need to get you like a little Wizard of Oz curtain over there or something.
Look up the name Yasmina Khan.
Yasmina Khan.
Yasmina Khan. Yasmina. Yasmina Khan.
Okay, here she is.
She is a
Swiss-born American philanthropist.
OnlyFans.
Oh.
Did you? Anybody know anybody whose wife did not allow their husbands to like look at Maxim magazine, or if they found out they looked at like women in Playboy, they would hit the ceiling.
Oh, she has a nipple ring. Yes, I know. Yes.
Wait, so we're not talking about this philanthropist?
No, not
about somebody else.
No, this is Yasmina Khan sells fart jars on OnlyFans. Okay.
I always get amazed that you can see full frontal on Twitter.
So cool, man.
Okay, that
She
takes
may be a philanthropist. I don't know.
That takes a slight twist.
Yasmina
in the
Khan
search.
is a woman who makes about $300,000 a year selling videos, fart jars, and even her toenails to fans.
Yummy.
Okay?
Okay.
That's what she does.
She's the biggest Bengali porn star in the world.
Maybe that's the same person. I don't know.
26 years old.
There she is.
Holding up
A jar.
an empty jar.
Empty to the naked eye. But there's a fart in there.
She's gorgeous.
There is a fart in there.
How long would that fart stay fresh?
I don't know. You got to seal it up. I'm
there
not sure.
expiration date?
But,
You get your money back
You know
if
what?
it doesn't smell.
I will say, if it's airtight, I mean, it's going to hold. Remember, we used to do that Pringle thing on tour, as dorky as that is.
What are you talking about?
If you do it, it's okay. If you
Don't say Pringle thing like we've all done it.
If you, I mean, if somebody's
I've never farted in a Pringles can. I can assure you that.
If somebody's got horrible gas and you're on tour and you're bored and you're 20-something years old, you fart in a Pringles can and then you wait until somebody opens it up and it legit.
With Pringles still in it?
No.
Okay, thank God.
No. You want just the fart in there. But I mean, it smells like a
With
fart.
a nice
when you open it
combo
up.
of
It's
sour
awful.
cream and onion.
Ew.
Well, I bring up the whole thing of have you known anybody
You're
who's
impressed. Rafe is impressed. He's got the impressed
I can't
face
wait
over
to try
there.
it.
do you know
There's Pringles in the break room.
of a guy whose wife forbids him from looking at sexy women, in print or online?
Yes.
I do. I know a couple.
Oh, you do?
I do. I always thought it was kind of weird. I know a guy that'll get in trouble if my wife finds out I watch porn. And I always thought that was real cuck behavior.
I knew a guy whose wife would get pissed if he looked at Maxim magazine.
Oh yeah,
To that point.
Yeah.
That point. Now, what would she do if she caught him looking at pornography?
Oh, I don't know. Yell at him?
Spank him.
Would she go, "Who are you watching?"
Who do you like in this
And I'm
magazine?
contacting her.
Oh.
Wait a minute, to get a
No, not a
cameo?
threesome going.
Oh.
No.
I'm gonna let her know what a pervert you are.
I think that's a general curiosity I have, with Tim. If he was looking at Maxim, I'd be like, who? Because I ask him sometimes, we'll watch a movie and I'm like, hey, do you think so-and-so is hot? Because I want to know. For me, it's interesting to know what his spectrum is of who's hot, who's not.
Well, in this particular case with this Yasmina Khan,
Yeah.
I guess there was a guy who was subscribing to her OnlyFans and watching her videos. He was caught by his wife, and the wife says, obviously pissed off at the guy, but says, I'm contacting her.
And doing what?
First thought is, oh my God, for a threesome? Great.
Yeah, that's where I go.
Great.
For more
no.
farts?
Way to
To
be
yell at her.
proactive, honey.
Block
Yell.
my husband. You stop showing your beautiful breasts to my husband.
Well, also,
You
is
foul temptress.
she more upset because he's buying fart jars?
It
Gotta
just
be a
says
part
that he
of
was a subscriber to her OnlyFans. I don't know if he was buying fart jars or toenails.
Dude, I'm scrolling her Twitter right now. You don't have to subscribe. It's all out there for free. There is so much stuff happening on this woman's Twitter feed right now.
So the wife catches him checking out her content, decides to rage at her. She wrote, the wife writes to this Yasmina Khan on Instagram, why do you post twerking videos? I caught my husband joeing to your videos. It's not right. Pull the videos down, please. I'll give her a piece of my mind.
Not going to win that fight, lady. She's
No.
raking in millions.
She's making $300,000 a year.
She's all right.
Yeah, she just bought a new house. See that?
And that's this woman's life. How she's living is not this wife's problem. And honestly, her husband watching it is not either.
Well,
OnlyFans could be a little
maybe
different than
he's-
Maxim, I guess. But
You guys
You know
ever
what?
get busted?
No.
You ever been busted? He's acting like he didn't hear me. You ever been busted?
Have I been busted for what?
You ever just been caught by the wife?
Oh, no.
She left. Maybe she forgot her credit card or something. You got a little too. You were waiting for her to leave.
No, what I do is I set up a string with bells on them.
it's Home Alone.
Mini
Yeah.
micro machines,
Strip wire?
paint cans. Your wife's like, what's going on? Nothing.
You booby trap in that house?
This is my house. I have to defend
I
it.
set up a perimeter. So if anybody, comes
It's like
into my
bubble wrap
campsite,
on the
whatever.
floor.
Closest I've ever been being caught was a teenager. When I was a teenager, before he had a system or any of that kind of thing.
yeah.
And I remember the front door open.
I meant by your significant other. We've all been busted by our dad.
No, but would you be upset if you found out Tim was subscribing to OnlyFans?
Yeah, it depends, I guess. I don't know.
Again, that's why I think Scott made a good point with the fart thing. This is we'll say peripheral.
I'm not going to fart in his face. So if he needs to find that somewhere, then I guess I'm cool with that. But if this was if he was subscribed with somebody that we
wouldn't do
knew,
that. A loving wife would not do that for her husband.
Okay,
I'm not
wait.
doing that. Just in general, I'm not too.
So you're
in front of
telling
him.
me-
Let's say you catch him doing something that you don't have an issue with, right? So you said that there's some of it you don't have an issue with. Let's say
Yeah.
you catch him doing that, but then the next day you find out that he paid for it.
Yeah.
Like he was sending money for the video or a subscription or something. Does that change things?
It depends. Like, yeah, I guess it would. I mean,
because
it would.
because he's
Using
spending your money
from your joint bank
That's what I'm
account.
saying.
We
He's
don't
spending
have
your
a
money.
joint bank account, first of all.
Oh, okay.
He has his own
he's
money.
not
I have my
spending
own
your
money.
then.
Nice.
You know what I'm talking about. No, but see, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I'm happy that because maybe he does. Like, maybe he already does this, and I just don't. I'm glad I don't know.
But
Subscribing to OnlyFans is, I think, it's taking it up a
level up.
notch.
Yeah,
it's
like,
leveling up.
There's
Subscribing
so much,
and not telling the other person. I think
Yeah,
being honest
that'd be-
about it's fine.
Well-
if that's your thing.
you should
How
pay
do
for
you
your
bring
porn,
that up?
right?
yeah, like tonight at dinner, honey.
Listen, you know how we can't afford that camper? It's because I have
have
been
an
spending this.
addiction.
Well, maybe
Farts in a can.
I pay for this.
Well, that's what I want to get back to, if I may.
Oh, please.
If you came home from work today, you're like, honey, there's a package from Etsy on the porch. And it says, from my stinky little guy. But it's addressed to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you wouldn't fart in my face. So I had to order some in a jar online. You would just be like, well, you do you, baby.
I think I would.
You wouldn't
I don't
have
know.
questions
Get
about
out
my-
of here.
You wouldn't
Do
have
not-
questions?
Like, if that's it, like, that doesn't offend me too much.
Oh,
It's a waste
man.
of money,
You're cool.
but that's the only part of it
And
that's
you found out
offensive.
your
Cool
husband's
chick.
into that?
A waste of money because you'll do it for free.
Right, it's a waste of money. To me, I'm most offended
Moon
about
will
the
do it in
money.
a Pringles can. He'll get
Hell,
snapped.
yeah.
I know, we got somebody here.
I've
You're
done
not
it for
offended
free.
with he's into that? Farts in a jar?
Okay, first of all, let me just confirm for listeners. My husband is not into it.
Just to confirm for
that
listeners.
you know of.
What if he likes the Cool Whip and diapers?
Love.
Yeah, like if he... So, no, I would be
Farts in a
mostly
jar.
offended by the money. Like, if he spent $30 on this, I'd go, what are you doing?
Honey, it's...
But if he's like, I'm really into this, I'd go,
honey,
okay,
this is a
let me-
$50 fart. I got it for $30.
I'm not going to
You
kink
didn't
shame.
understand. It was
Free
on
shipping.
sale.
I love him. I love him fully. If he was into that and we came to it in a real healthy way and he wasn't spending millions of dollars, I would be like, okay, I'm glad you're getting that somewhere because I don't want to fart in your face.
Well, it's his money.
How
you guys already
disappointed?
established. It's
Like,
How
cool
disappointed
wife.
would it be to you that you didn't know that already?
It would be disappointing.
You're how many years into your relationship?
13 years into our
13 years, and
relationship.
you're finally finding out about his fart in a jar
That's
fetish.
would be-
15th anniversary is farts. 13's
Is
paper.
that what it is?
15's farts.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Tim and I will say this about our relationship. Every year I do a kink check. I'm like, are we,
A kink check.
yeah, like, are we,
What
we're
date
going to
do
be
you guys
together
do that?
forever. So people evolve,
smart.
things happen. Are we cool?
Keep-
Like, it's just like everybody should do that. Everybody
Agreed.
should go with their sexual partner. Hey, are we wanting to explore? Are we cool? Or do we want to take something back? Like, what do we?
Once a
do?
year, I get out the kink check puppets and I
Kink
start
check.
acting things out. Do you like this? Do you like this?
Do you like the fart
I
jar?
actually 100% agree with that.
Thank you.
I think
That's
check in.
That's 2023.
hey, check it in.
Kink check.
Check it in. That's
We had
awesome.
that conversation.
I think in the history of OnlyFans, only one guy has said to his wife prior to signing up for an account, I'm signing up for this account.
They usually find it on like a
On a receipt.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
And it was his wife, you said?
What did you never said either?
get into
When you watch
something.
movies, does he tell you?
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll
He'll
watch
be like,
movies.
she's hot, kind of like him too.
Yeah, like what-
Don't want to talk about it.
We were watching something the other day, like Julia Roberts. I think we were watching something with Julia Roberts. I go, you think Julia Roberts is attractive? He's like, I'm not really attracted to her. And I like that. I like the honesty and knowing the spectrum of hotness.
$300,000 a year from these.
Yeah,
fart
from
jars.
OnlyFans.
It puts her in the top 0.3% of OnlyFans creators. Across
Yeah, I
the
don't think
planet.
it's just fart jars she does. I mean,
Now
she,
she
does
does
other
like
things too. She does modeling
nasty leggings. You see this? And
Nasty
and
leggings.
that.
Well, I'm saying
What is
she
that?
leggings that she has soiled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's some stuff we
and
can't
then
talk about.
And then sends those.
But no, the wife found out, and she decided to contact her and say, "I caught my husband Joe into your videos. It's not right. Pull them down."
It's not right.
Man.
All right, let's do sex time fun facts. Sponsored by.
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
So I can't imagine ever saying to my wife, "Hey, I'm into Yasmina, whatever her name is. I'm thinking about subscribing to her OnlyFans." What the hell would she say to me?
Your money.
Well, you should explain that she does the fart jar thing. Then I think she'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't. That puts
She'd
her
be
in a weird
furious.
place. Yeah, like why are you telling me this? Or no, don't, then she has to have an opinion.
Of course you have an opinion.
Yeah.
What is that? What are you getting from that woman that I'm not providing?
I'd be in hopes
Right.
my wife would be weirded out by that.
But see, we're a society that it's all so. Like, let's say somebody's into that. Okay, maybe it's not what you're into, but they're into that. How do you go from if they can't feel comfortable getting that from their partner, but they can pay to have the fart jar come to their house? Like, they're still, they're still getting to adventure with what that kink is. I don't know. I'm just trying to be open about.
I think it'd be more like our money is better spent other places.
Absolutely, in my opinion.
I just imagine like
when there's an abundance of free pornography out there for all to see.
Yeah,
But
there's
that's
money
one of those
conversation.
things that if you're going to pay for OnlyFans or buy that from Etsy, it's at least that is kind of I don't know, innocent or like
It's
not
disgusting.
cheating. It's not cheating.
Disgusting.
Is it cheating? I don't know.
I just imagine
To buy
two
a fart in a jar
truckers-
from another woman?
Two truckers at a Love's, and he's like, "What are you hauling?" To Texarkana, he's like, "I got a whole truckload of farts out there, and I'm telling you what, I got to get them there while they're hot.
Listen, Bubba, they may seem like empty jars.
They may rattle around like empty jars, but those are full of dreams."
If I found out my wife is into like men farting in jars, I can't get past it. It's disgusting.
Okay, and that's all right. I'm not invalidating your judgments. I'm just saying, to each their own, right?
Yeah,
you wouldn't think that's
But if you're
vile.
partnered,
If your partner,
If it was turds, I would think it was vile. Farts, I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Why?
Because it's actual
Before
excrement.
you want to see Let's
the
rewind.
diapers.
I mean, that
you
too
wanna
rushed
fill
past
your,
it.
You want to fill
Turd
your
somewhere
crack
on the
underwear
on the highway.
with sugary whipped cream. Sit down and feel the splatter. But you have an issue with anything Tim wants to do?
I mean, that wind blew past the turd at some point on the highway.
oh man,
Right?
Good point.
You
Into
said
a
all
jar.
these things in the same day. I'm thoroughly confused. My head is spinning.
I love it.
You know, today is National First Love Day, and National First Love Day. Let's talk about that first spark of love that came into your life, that you felt in your heart, your first crush. You truly loved this person, and and tell us all how they then broke your heart. Go ahead, Moon.
First crush?
Your first, like, I think I love this girl, but not like, but almost like an innocent.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't really know the meaning of it.
Oh, yeah. No.
Because I remember mine in third. Was it third?
I'm
grade?
gonna say
Fourth
third
grade.
Yeah, fourth
or fifth.
third or fourth grade. Man, I'll tell you what, I was so in love, man. I was so in love that this shy kid, shyest in the school, was willing to ask his parents, hey, can we invite this girl to my birthday party at the rollercade? And my parents said, okay, but you should let her invite a friend so she doesn't feel weird with you and your goofball boyfriends. So,
Good call.
So I said, okay, I'll invite Megan too. Like, she knows Megan, and I know Megan. This will be great. So out of the blue, Megan and then this other gal get a call from my parents and me. And, can you come to my birthday party? They came to the rollercade, and I was so afraid of her, I ignored her the entire time.
So did you invite the girl?
I invited the girl.
Or your parents called to invite
So
for you?
so my parents and me on the phone called her parents and her and asked her to go to the birthday party. So we go to the rollercade, right? And all of us are like, we're just flying around trying to show off, shooting the duck, doing all this silly Mexican hand dance things, and all that. And she had never been skating before.
Aww.
So she's in the skates, crawling on the wall. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Flying around trying to impress her. Megan's trying to figure this whole thing out. She gave me a wonderful Nerf javelin.
Nice.
We had
She liked you.
Yeah, we had the dinner and gift thing at Lion's Choice on South Lindbergh.
She was hoping you'd escort her around the rink, but instead
a real classy
Couples
party,
skate.
and I blew it, guys.
You blew
You know
it.
why? I was so not great at this party that she left the next year and moved to a different school.
Do you remember your first
Absolutely
crush?
broke
Oh my
heart.
gosh, his name was David. Kindergarten. This kid,
That's a cool ass name.
and he actually had a really
David
cool,
Kindergarten.
David Kindergarten, and he had the prettiest blue eyes. Like everybody in my family has brown or hazel eyes, so we didn't have anybody with blue eyes in our family. So kindergarten, okay, like you're meeting all sorts of new people, and he had dimples, blue eyes. I was in love with him. Kissed him, got in trouble. I mean, I was boy crazy from the start. Yeah. And I still like keep up with him. Like he's living in Florida and living his best life.
Oh, you still stalk him?
I don't stalk him. I just
Sounds like
I
it.
know what he's up to. He's still cute.
Wow.
Every once in a while, I check on David Kindergarten.
You know what's funny? This was 3rd, 4th grade, and I came to actually know her brother like 10 or 20 years later, like from like kind of the band world. So she was still kind of in the area, and I had lunch with her like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Huh.
It's
And it was
cute.
It was awesome.
Do you remember that?
Did she remember the
Remember the
birthday party?
birthday party?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Lauren, let me ask this as a reverse. Did anybody crush on you that you had to go, ooh?
No, I don't know. No. I
You
didn't
had
know.
to break their heart
No.
in school.
Like grade school?
Grade school. I'm talking like first kind of crush.
No, nobody ever liked me.
You want to talk about it?
Yes. I
Hit it.
Yeah, I had bangs and my mom used to tease the bangs. That's probably where
probably
we're
why.
wrong. Yeah.
That's probably why. Man, I crushed hard on a girl named Michelle Cormier back in 4th grade.
Wow. David Kindergarten and Michelle Cormier sound like they should
It's either
hook
4th or
up.
5th grade. Maybe in 5th grade. I was crushing hard.
What'd you like? Did you write her a note?
Flirting. Had the balls to finally write our card.
Wow.
Ooh.
I think it was either Valentine's Day or one of the major holidays. And Michelle had no tear ducts, by the way.
Oh, she didn't.
What?
She didn't cry when she read it.
A dry crier? Are you drying?
She had no tear ducts. I remember the fun fact about Michelle.
Are you drying?
Rejected.
Oh, bummer.
Rejected.
Sorry,
And I
man.
was feeling the vibe. I thought we had something. She always used to laugh at my. She would sit in front of me in class, laugh at my jokes. I thought we had something going on. She thought I was smart and funny.
Wow.
I said, "We got something. This could be the one.
Yes.
This could be the one." She was cute, if I recall. Remember, this is the '80s. And she said no. She did not want to be my girlfriend, and then threw my card out.
Bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Man.
I'm so sorry, man.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I would
Hey,
reach
nice
over
try,
there,
though.
but there's a barrier now.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
allowed
would
to
prefer
touch
you not. Your first, Rafe?
First crush?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember. I gave her like there was a little glass. Do you know those little glass things that have like etchings inside of them? Mm-hmm. My mom had one that had like a swan or something in it. And I was young. I was like 1st grade. And I'm like, I'm going to give this to, can I have this?
Mom, can I have your crystal swan?
It was just like a little cube. Mm-hmm. She goes, yeah, what do you want it for? And I'm like, I think I'm going to give it to a present to a girl I like. And I took it to school and gave it to her. And then she took me and another kid she made a stand, each stand in a corner underneath the little paddock outside at recess. And she's like, I'm going to kiss one of you today. Ooh. And it was high pressure.
Which one of us is
Is it going to be me or Shane Owens?
Shane Owens.
I'm looking at Shane. Shane's looking at me. We're both looking at her.
We're gonna have to arm wrestle?
Both of
We
you.
got ourselves a Mexican kiss standoff. And today was not Shane's day.
Oh!
It was Rafe's day that
Success.
day. That little swan.
Success.
That swan
Yeah,
came
my
in
man.
handy. Sorry, Shane.
You
Bye,
are the
Shane.
kisser.
Maybe next time.
Way to go, Rafe.
Nice.
Hey, man.
Do you
Good
remember
for you.
being rejected, though?
Oh, yeah. Every other time.
No, your first rejection.
Oh, yeah. It hurts. I remember I had a crush on an older girl. And you're like too dumb to know. So like she was a few grades ahead of me. I was young. I had stones to ask though. I'll give myself that. I called up my friend Casey Lohman and I said, hey, I'm crushing on Angie Shaw. Hook me up. Give me your number. Help me out. Help me be my liaison. And this girl was like 5 or 6 years older than me. I was probably in like 3rd grade. She was like in junior high, or it may have even been like 4th grade in high school. I don't even remember. But my friend did me a solid. She's like, why don't you let me call her?
Oh, that's good.
And I'll see if I can lay the groundwork for you.
Yeah.
And
How
I remember
cute.
getting like the ad hoc rejection.
Like, she's not into you.
She's like, she said she really thinks you're cute, but she's got a boyfriend. And I'm like, yeah, but that guy sucks.
She's ugly anyway.
Right. Well, I agree anyway.
I just remember being like, dang, thought I had a shot. I had no shot. To be clear, never a shot.
Yeah.
But I wasn't afraid
Tried.
to fire off. I tried.
That gal from the roller cage, she had kind of like a unique, like old, like country name that I liked. And I will say, my my high school girlfriend and my first like puppy love, that I obviously had a daughter with. By the way, tomorrow will be her birthday.
Wow.
She was so cool. She let me name my oldest daughter. Her middle name is that original third grade crush's name.
Scott, real quick.
Oh, yeah, middle school. Her name is Erin Middle School. And she was the first gal that I was like, woo, who's this creature? She was a cheerleader. She was awesome. She was funny. But every time I tried to ask her out, I remember one day I was getting ready to, and then these jocks, it was like a movie. They came over like, hey, you know that
out of the way, nerd.
likes her? Don't even think about it. So then I was like, oh, no. But we'd hang out all the time and talk, and yet I was still scared to even bring up any of that stuff. But she was
friend
awesome.
zoned.
What else? I remember I wrote a girl a love letter, and got caught passing it. And this was such a dumb...
yes or no.
This was such a... Yeah, this was so... Well, it was just like, whatever. I like you. I think you're cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was a risk.
That was the best.
And I was trying to pass it to... And I had a crush on... Her name was Sarah Allstott. She was in my class. I carved Rafe plus Sarah in the top of this little knick-knack box I had in mine. I was like, I'm going to send her... And then the teacher saw me and took it. And they do that thing where they're like, we're going to read it in front of the whole class.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. I mean, and Emmy Lou caught me passing me a note. Before the teacher took it, I read what she wrote. Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? This is you're describing this exact song. You lived it.
I lived it. But I remember the teacher took it and read it in front of the whole class. And it was like, something, you shouldn't be passing notes if you don't want them read. And I was like, no, that's the whole point of a note.
Right.
Yeah.
This is for her.
It's not something I want to stand up and say out loud.
Oh, God.
And then she put me in the spot where, you panic as a kid.
Yeah.
And you do the thing that sucks, which is now she's reading this love letter in front of the girl, in front of all of our friends, and then I have to either own it or do what I did, which sucks, which I was like, I was just joking. So now she thinks I'm like, that's a girl I actually like, and now I've had to humiliate. It's just humiliating all around.
Now, hindsight, G move would have been owning it.
Hindsight's like, yeah, dude,
I'm in love with you.
I wrote it.
Yeah, but what kid has that?
Yeah,
I know. I panicked,
that.
dude. I panicked. I was on the spot.
I know.
My knees were knocking together.
Oh, what a bummer. That teacher sucks.
That teacher does suck.
I go back. I've been journaling since I was 11 years old, and I have all those journals still. And I went back the other day just to reminisce. Dude, every boy that I had a crush on from 12 years old, it was like Lauren plus Gabe, Lauren plus Seth, Lauren plus, I was in love with everybody. And I look back and go, whoa, boy, crazy.
Boy, crazy. Well, listen, National First Love Day.
Reach out.
I think we should all reach out.
See what old David Kindergarten's up to, See
what Michelle's doing. If anything, just run out and get a bottle of this.
Oh, yeah.
Because you call your first crush and you say, hey, I got a bottle of this.
Listen, I know that years ago I pretended like that letter was a joke, but not only was it not a joke, what if we got us some booty call pumpkin spice butt numbing gel?
Yeah.
You'll like this.
I will.
Booty call pumpkin spice butt numbing gel.
What goes good with a diaper full of whipped cream? I'll tell you. Booty call pumpkin spice butt numbing gel. $18.99 with 4 out of 5 stars and 126 reviews. Perfect for your quick and easy fall fantasies. Gain confidence and take the worry out of backdoor play. Make it safe, fun, and comfy with the Booty Call Butt Numbing Gel. Just apply a little bit of this gel to your lover's opening. In 10 minutes, you'll both be ready for fun. And comes in multiple flavors, including new pumpkin spice. Booty Call Butt Numbing Gel desensitizes naughty area for comfort and carefree play. It's got a 1.5-ounce twist cap tube. Safe to use with sex toys, and you better believe it, Bob Seger said it himself, made in the USA.
Mm-hmm. Nice, good quality.
Booty Call is formulated to desensitize sensitive areas, so always play with caution. Be in constant communication with your partner. Go slow at first and be ready to add your favorite water-based lube, too. The payoff will be one of the wildest times of your life thanks to a little patience and, of course, Booty Call Butt Numbing Gel.
Man.
Booty Call Butt Numbing Gel is recommended for all levels of experience, whether you're a novice or old hand at this stuff. You can still appreciate the special numbing properties of this benzocaine-based formula for easy action. Some reviews. Review 1, excellent for novices / adventurers. Picked up this, picked this up to prepare to take on a bigger toy. One of the ones in the huge dildo section. Didn't know that was a section.
Yes, it is.
And figured it would make the initial session a smooth one. Narrator, it was. It was cold as F on the on the first use, but you'll adjust quickly. Gave it about 10 minutes, give or take, and got to work. I still felt the stretch, but not the sting that usually occurs. Checked my back door when my legs started working again to make sure there wasn't any damage. There wasn't any.
Damage report.
Damage report. Assessment. Threat level. Shields down. There wasn't any, fortunately, so now I am sold on this stuff. I use it every time I use a biggin or just a new toy. Just make sure to do proper cleanup and pay attention to how your body feels while you're doing your thing. If something feels off, then cut it out and check. 5 stars out of 5. Poem of Whales. Don't know what that means. That was the name of the person. Poem of Whales.
Satisfied customer. Okay.
Review number 2. Works fantastic. This product truly works. My husband has been begging me to try the back door, and unfortunately, after having 3 kids, I have hemorrhoids, which made it painful
to have that.
To have.
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
but this stuff really worked. Took the pain away and left only the pleasure. I'm sure it was a bumpy ride, but I didn't feel it, and he didn't mind. 5 stars. Sexy Lady 47.
That's my favorite review so far.
That's kind of a 2-for-1 deal there.
Uh-huh.
And finally, pros. It has definitely made introduction to backdoor easier.
Uh-huh.
Cons, if you're not careful, you can experience numbing in other body parts such as your tongue.
Oh, no.
4 stars, anonymous. Or should I say anonymous? Anonymous.
All right, there's the booty call pumpkin spice butt numbing gel.
Check it out.
Our sex toy of the
Coming
week.
to a Starbucks in Baldwin near you.
Just around the corner is the peppermint flavor.
Let's take a break. We'll reset. We'll do some sports next. So I read this headline, and I don't know what the hell this means. I think you guys have seen this too. Headline, women are exposing men for being overly obsessed with the Roman Empire.
Oh, no.
Do you know what this is about?
Being exposed.
Is anybody here obsessed with the Roman Empire? Scott?
I enjoy the history. I don't think I'm obsessed with it.
Are you obsessed with the Roman Empire?
Well, the aqueducts, I do focus on that daily. I will say that. Big fan of the aqueducts. And the aqueducts.
Big aqueduct guy here.
Yeah, he's a big, and he's always been a big aqueduct guy.
Yeah, my thing.
Okay, so here, let me find the full story here. All right, this is the strangest new trend in social media in a minute. Women are exposing men for being overly obsessed with the Roman Empire, a period of time that lasted from 27 BC to 476 AD. I don't know how it started, but in one tweet, a woman says, quote, I saw a post that said something like women have no idea how often the men in their lives think about the Roman Empire. So I asked my husband, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And without missing a beat, he says, every day. Why?
This is fake.
And that tweet now has more than 7.8 million likes and thousands of comments. Now women are filming themselves asking the men in their lives how often they think about the Roman Empire. And almost all the guys say they think about it more than you think.
In what context, though?
I don't know. Listen to
And
this.
are they in England where they walk past some of the ruins?
I don't know. Listen to this.
I come across this meme. It says, I saw an IG reel that said something along the lines of women have no idea how often the men in their lives think about the Roman Empire. So I asked my husband, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And without missing a beat, he said, every day. So I walk into the kitchen and I said, hey, babe, real quick question. Do you ever think about the Roman Empire? And he smirks. And without skipping a beat, he says, I mean, not more than like once a week, not like that much more, like maybe once or twice, but not More than that. What?
What?
What? I don't know.
Doesn't. I mean, it's one of those things too that you.
What?
Yeah.
We hear
sounded
about.
like a Roman emperor or something saying that.
I mean,
What?
goo.
Why'd she sound like she was about to cry too? That's one thing I want to know.
Is it because of like Gladiator and 300?
We secretly upset.
Is it because
300 is not the Roman Empire.
I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Russell Crowe, Gladiator, Roman Empire.
Right. Okay. To me,
Are
that's all
people
the same.
secretly obsessing over the Roman Empire? I don't know. I'm not. I could tell you.
It's on a lot of history things, you know, the History Channel.
It's
or
on-
something.
listen, secretly, it's on my mind all the time. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of like Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius are like a huge part of. But I don't think people think about it in like hard context. I really don't. I mean, there's some things, about the Roman Empire that like we should learn from. Maybe Caligula was a bad idea.
When you're in the car, you're driving wherever, look to the car next to you. If you see a guy staring off into the distance, chances are he's thinking about the Roman Empire.
In some context, sure.
Yeah.
Also, would it also include if you think about Yanni live at the Acropolis? Because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Man, can you? I just can't.
The Acropolis is Greek.
I just can't stop thinking about that relationship Mark Antony had, man. Right at the
Cleopatra?
end there. Yeah, I mean, wow.
Brought
Can you
down the
imagine
whole
the
damn
drama?
thing,
The
huh?
whole damn thing.
The whole damn thing.
Think about it all the time. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid something like that.
It's kind of nice though, like if you guys are thinking about it that much, like, you know, because I think as heterosexual women, we imagine you're thinking about the worst thing that we, you know. So Roman Empire, I'll take that.
Well, I'm thinking about feeding Christians to lions. That's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
thinking about. I'm obsessed
That
with
meme of like
Crucifixions. Cool.
that meme of they laying in bed where the guy's facing the other way.
Yeah.
It's like, was he thinking about another woman?
No.
Then his thought bubble's like, Marcus Aurelius was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Roman Empire. Damn. All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. Yes?
And Jared brings up a good point. Notice the examples are just women talking. So,
Well, yeah, that's what the whole thing was. Women are calling out men.
yeah, but you don't have any men going, yeah, I'm obsessed with the Roman Empire. It's anecdotal. It's anecdotal evidence. That's all I'm saying. Well, thank you. Back to you.
Rookie outfielder Jordan Walker was thinking about the Roman Empire when he lifted the team to victory with a big home run in the 8th inning for a 6-5 win over the defending National League champion Philadelphia Phillies on Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium. Walker bashed a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm sorry, a sinker. 400 feet into the left field stands for his 16th home run, and I believe maybe his 100th hit of the season.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt went 2 for 4, home run, double, 3 RBIs, carrying most of the offensive burden for the game for the Cardinals. His 2-out, 2-run double in the 3rd inning gave them their first runs and then the first lead of the day. Cards take on the Brewers tonight at Busch with a start time of 6:45. You think about the Roman Empire over there?
Right now, I am.
Somebody emailed in that like men think about Roman Empire once a year when they try to figure out what number Super Bowl we're on.
Yeah, the Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Mizzou went 3-0 with a 30-27 upset win over the then number 15 Kansas State, and are now on the cusp of a national ranking. Hey.
What a great! It was a wonderful game, and
Go
I'm not a
Tigers.
huge college football fan, but
What happened to you and me? We're getting into it. We're getting into
well, it
college
was
football.
whatever.
It's happening.
Again, I was out in Owensville. It was what was on,
Right.
and I sat and got into it.
St. Louis City SC fought from behind to earn a point on the road against Houston FC. Houston scored for the home team in the 42nd minute to give the hosts a lead at halftime with the match dwindling. João Klaus, who has returned from injury seemingly 100%, found the equalizer late in the match to rescue a point for the St. Louis City SC.
I watched that too.
Yeah, Soccer 101, our podcast, has returned with Matt Rocchio from 101 ESPN.
Oh, Rocchio, good
he's
dude.
now, he's a great dude. Huge sports enthusiast, loves soccer,
head.
loves the team.
You guys are going to be
Large
hosting it
head.
now instead of you and Smallman?
Yeah.
Right
So
on, man.
Rocchio is filling the large shoes left by Michelle Smallman as she has got that awesome gig over. in New
Rocchio
York.
is a good dude. He's got a giant head. Though.
Rocchio is fantastic. Large hat size.
Threw up at the home run
Good bowler,
derby.
I bet.
Yeah.
that's right,
Threw
he
up
did,
because
yeah.
he knew
Love
that I
that,
was
love that guy.
About to rock it. In front of a record-setting crowd of 9,626, which is huge, at City Park, the largest crowd to attend an MLS Next Pro game. That's the league down. St. Louis City 2 put on a show and beat LA Galaxy 2 4-1 on Sunday to clinch a spot in the playoffs. So congratulations to them. And once again, St. Louis setting records. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it. Let's talk about the NFL Pick'em Challenge.
All right, so there's 2 games today. There's the Panthers Saints and there's the Steelers Browns. Just keep that in mind when we give you the tally for right now.
Okay.
And if you want to do your independent research, you could go and check to see who everybody picked for tonight. But currently, we're up by 1. Okay, we're currently up by 1 point.
Yep.
With 2 games to go tonight.
Current score is 46-45.
Currently, myself and Moon are in the lead for Team Rizz.
Yeah, baby.
With 10 points, 10 wins each. Currently for Fastlane, Rivers and Kerry Davis are in the lead with 10 wins each. Now, last week, who lost for them last week? There's a bit of controversy. According to the numbers on the website, Kerry Davis was the loser for the Fastlane that should be facing 1 shot from the airsoft rifle.
Mysteriously called in sick the next day.
Ooh.
Called off.
Ooh.
Wow.
You guys can talk trash.
But you said Andrew Marsh said that he
I saw
lost.
Marsh in the hallway. He told me, he asked me if I took shots. I said, yeah. And I go, did Kerry take his? And he goes, I lost. They said I lost. And I go, we had Kerry tallied up as lower than you. He said, they told me something shook out in the wash and I lost. I go, well, have you taken your shots? He said, no, not yet.
Okay.
Kerry
That's
Davis
a problem.
lost.
Here's the thing. I don't care who they say loses.
I care.
What does it matter? As long as somebody
I
gets
care
a shot.
because we need it. Listen, we need to set the tone here. Set the tone for rules is rules.
You know what, Moon? I understand that.
Last year they didn't follow the rules.
As long as somebody's getting the punishment
every
every week. As long as somebody's getting the punishment every week, it doesn't matter.
You know what I'm going to do? I need to make a board. I need to go to Michael's after the show today and get a big old board, and I need to make a full board for ESPN and the Rizz Show so we can talk points. And it's one thing, where we can submit the points to see who's losing, so everybody can have accountability. Because now it's a he said she said experience. But if
the computer says that Kerry lost.
Dude, how can you? I mean, listen, the integrity of the game has already been shaken to its core the last couple of years with those guys over there.
As far as their own competition goes, as long as somebody's getting shot every week.
Right, that's all we ask.
What does it matter?
Right. Rafe took a shot last week, no problem.
I think everything matters. I think it should matter.
As the recipient of the inaugural ass shot for the Rizz Show, I think I have the right to impose a late fee on the fast lane. If they haven't done one yet, I feel like whoever is owed a shot.
You got to do it within the week.
Right.
Come on.
Jerks.
We're already in the second week, and you guys are, I think that's a two-shot.
I want to know why there hasn't.
I'll give you 24 hours. I'll give you 48 hours. But once you've passed 48 hours, there's a late fee.
And it's kind of how this started last year.
Right?
Where
yeah.
They were like, we're going to do the shots.
We don't know who it is.
Well,
you got to do the shots at least before the next week begins, which is a Thursday.
The integrity of the game is slipping away yet again.
See, we need the people to rise up and to put
Let
the pressure
them know.
on. Put the pressure on. Yeah, at Stalter, at Rivers, everybody.
I don't care who. Honestly, I don't care who it is. If it's Marsh, if it's Kerry Davis, somebody needs to be punished.
Yes. Why are we punishing ourselves if they're not going to do it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was flogged on the wall.
I love Kerry.
Alone.
I love Kerry. I'm afraid of Kerry.
I'm not.
Very nice man.
But he lost.
I saw him in the hallway on a phone call, and I just pointed at him. And he laughed.
Maybe
Probably because he knew he was duping us.
What if Stalters and Rivers and everybody else with the S on the end of their name, what if they are like so Kerry's, this is his first year playing, right? Marsh played last year.
Yeah.
And then who else am I missing?
Brad Thompson.
I'm
BT's
afraid
played
of
before.
I'm afraid of Marsh too, by the way. I've seen him swing a bat. I'm afraid of both of those guys.
I could see Stalter saying to Kerry Davis, you don't have to shoot yourself. They're not going to check. We don't have to do this.
Exactly right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Somebody needs to tell them both, though. Like, hey, look at the scoreboard.
This is real.
Kerry Davis lost by a point, by whatever this tiebreaker thing is. The system is the system. This is the
tiebreaker.
Do they need a gun? Because we have one.
No, they have their own gun.
Okay.
They have to.
Oh, they do?
I'll
They
just
have
go
their own
pop
gun.
in.
Somebody said pork steak army style.
That's right. I'm ready to pop in close quarters combat.
What?
Kerry Davis.
Being called out.
And then run For the hills.
I want to know why their shots have not been doled out yet.
And it needs to be filmed. This needs to be on social media. That's how we know what's going on.
Of course.
Dole, write it.
Yet again with these guys. Yet again. Oh, it's always something.
And
always.
we'll let them get away with it, I'm sure.
Always something. What do you think this is right now?
Right.
This is calling them out.
I know, man.
Is this how they're going to play when they lose and they don't take the photo at the end of the season? Oh, we thought we were just joshing around, doing a little bro action. No, you're going to pay the price.
Dang.
If I'm paying, you're paying.
She is trash talking.
And the first year they lost, they put it off. They put off the punishment till it was warm outside.
Of course they did.
Happy National Cheeseburger Day, everybody.
I thought we just
And
celebrated
also
that
you.
a couple days ago. Last week?
Did we? No, today. Today is the day.
Today is the day.
Today is
All right.
Happy National Cheeseburger Day. Who doesn't like cheeseburgers? Do you know anybody that does not like a cheeseburger? 82% of us do. Love them.
Yeah.
But what is the best cheese to put on a cheeseburger?
Cheddar.
Cheddar, man.
What does
Solid.
America say?
I'm going to say they're
American.
going to go cheddar.
American cheese.
You think America says cheddar?
Kraft singles.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pepper jack is the correct answer, but I bet they say
The correct answer is pepper jack. Okay.
No.
What is the correct answer?
American. Well, I already went over this in the memoriam a week or two ago.
Cheddar.
But isn't that the slice? Is that the
makes
same thing?
everything better.
Soft spread cheddar.
In a poll of thousands upon thousands of people, American cheese was the winner, but just barely. Just barely.
Well,
just barely.
That's because we're losing sight of what's important in this country.
Wrong.
66% like it on a burger, 65% like cheddar. It's close.
People are finally starting to not be sheep.
Yeah.
Well, America
Starting to stand
has
up
its
for
place.
themselves.
American has its place.
It does.
You know what,
it does.
though?
American
On a
cheese.
cheeseburger.
American
That is
has
its
its place. American has its place for people that have not tried any other cheeses.
People probably
no.
think cheddar is American, though, because they're the same damn color.
Right.
But American cheese
I think you're right.
is not actually cheese.
Because you go for color when you're topping.
Shut up, Scott.
When
So it
you
doesn't
are
count.
wanting to top your burger, you don't think flavor first. You think color of cheese first.
Yeah,
American cheese on a smash burger is the way to go. There's nothing better. There's nothing.
There
I love cheddar.
It's a bit thin.
There
I'm going to be
used
real.
to be
a smash burger?
No, American cheese on a burger is a bit thin.
American cheese on a smash burger is the end all be all.
If you're looking
It
for
is the
one
best.
slice, it's cheddar.
I'm a cheese lover, so the thicker the slice, the better.
Yeah.
So that's why I like a strong cheese. There used to be a place down in was it in Clayton? Is the fat calf or the fatted calf? I know there's a place that sounds like that, but this is a place that's been gone for a couple of years. They used to have a scoop, an ice cream scoop of cheddar that they put on their burgers, and it would just kind of
Talk dirty to me right now.
It kind of like melted. Oh
Yes,
my gosh!
yes.
I'm telling you, why we aren't doing that on everything? I don't know. I would put that on ice cream.
Now, Scott said the snob thing that American cheese is not real cheese. Legally speaking,
You're
yes.
not wrong.
Yes,
Scott.
legally
speaking.
Okay.
Wrong.
By the way, I had an incredible burger on Saturday night. My cousins took me down to Stacked SEL. Have you guys been there?
Heard of it.
Absolutely incredible.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Double
Phenomenal
burger, or
place.
what'd you get? Just like a single patty?
Mine was crazy. I forgot the name of it. It had a ton of stuff on it. But you can make your own, or you can get their custom ones, and they're wild.
Stacked.
They're
Fancy
fun.
cheese on a burger is fine. It's good, but don't crap on American cheese.
What do you think about blue cheese
nobody
on a
crapped on
burger?
it.
Like a bison burger?
You crapped on it too.
Yeah, no, American
I
cheese
crap
is
on it?
awesome to walk past to the grocery store, then you grab cheese.
Listen to this snob.
I
Listen
never
to
have
this
American
snob.
cheese
Nobody
at my
ever
house.
crapped on it, man.
He's literally crapping on it.
No, he's not.
No, I said it's
What?
awesome to look at when you
It's
walk past it to grab
fantastic.
cheese.
I agree
Are
with
you
you,
out of your
Scott.
mind? Are you listening to the same dialogue coming out of this man's
yes,
mouth?
we were just hearing two
Hey,
different
he's
things.
speaking the truth, all right? You need
He's
to wise
talking-
up.
What?
I don't know what they did to this cheese that they made it scoopable, but you have got to experience this. What the heck? Somebody tell me what the heck they were doing over
It's
there.
not the same as I've talked about Blueberry Hills.
Like pub cheese.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Pub cheese?
It was some type of cheddar, and they would scoop it
It's
with an
pub
ice cream
cheese.
thing.
It's called pub cheese.
Oh God, darn.
It's happening. I'm gonna go to
in.
Blueberry Hill after the show. Have this soft spread cheddar.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Scott. Maybe American cheese was next to it. You may not like it.
Or you all keep your communist manifestos.
Apparently in that room over
Apparently
there.
in my stomach.
Apparently over there. With that pinko.
My stomach
I
is
guess so.
lined with
I think-
communism. Yeah.
Tell you what.
Red isn't the only thing as far as hair goes in that
Red
room.
hair. Red curtain.
Take your communist cheese and get the hell out of here.
All right, I didn't know cheddar was communist, but And pepper jack.
There are okay.
Darn these varieties.
So it's American cheese, it's cheddar, it's Swiss, then pepper jack and provolone. And there are some deals today, like McDonald's double cheeseburgers, 50 cents today through their app. Burger King has deals for the next couple of days. Wendy's has a deal. Dairy Queen, White Castle. So go enjoy.
I know you guys don't.
A cheeseburger, however you want.
I know nobody cares about this, but I'm proud of myself. It's been 9 months and 18 days, or how many days since I've had McDonald's.
Oh, congratulations.
And I can't wait. People are like, are you going to, on January 1st, 2024, where will you be? McDonald's, getting a Filet-O-Fish, finally, bonging a large, extra huge fry with the barbecue sauce that I dip the fries in. Yes. Back to you.
Oh, mild cheddar. Oh,
all right, we got to do one more thing.
Brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Well, this is a good one for the beginning of the week. This is from Merton, Wisconsin, the land of cheese. One hell of a night for 35-year-old James Shearing, who had recently moved back in with his parents from Chicago. Well, last Monday night, a neighbor called 911 when he saw James out in the driveway lighting his own car on fire. For a reason. For a reason.
Yes.
Cops wound up having to chase James across a big field, through the woods, to a marsh where they found James completely naked and covered in yellow liquid soap.
Oh.
For a reason. Guys are jumping to conclusions. He told police that he was there for a bath. He was a licensed psychotherapist and was, quote, pretty much an expert in magic.
I knew it. That's exactly what my guess was going to be.
He also said, now, why was he lighting his car on fire? Because he was trying to, quote, summon a phoenix.
The phoenix will rise again.
When the melted rubber ashes.
When the cops asked James, are you on, I don't know, have you ingested any drugs? He answered, quote, nothing that should be illegal.
Okay, that's not a yes or a no.
A great answer.
Based on his behavior, detectives did search his room, found what they believed to be a psilocybin mushroom farm, and glass mason jars and vacuum-sealed plastic bags in a dark closet. Magic mushrooms are illegal to use or possess in Wisconsin. So he's been charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, attempted manufacture of psilocybin, attempting to maintain a drug trafficking place, and possession of drug paraphernalia. So here we go. From Wisconsin, 35-year-old James Shearing. You are today's Headline Hooshe. All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. Donnie Fandango is next. Monday in the books. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years, locally owned but world famous. 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Man, a lot happened on the show today. Somebody crossed the barrier, really offended Rizz. We found out one of us wants to sit in whipped cream and have it in our pants and our crack. This is just, it got out of hand really fast today. Check out the blog and the podcast for everything you missed. Headline Hooshe, Rizz News, Sexy Time Fun Facts, Crap on Celebrities, all of it, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Today, the podcast title is Get Out the Kink Check Puppet. Get Out the Kink Check Puppet.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 2 new terms today, Kink Check and Whip Curious.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Man, are you putting whipped cream down your pants?
Me personally, no.
I started about 5 minutes ago.
Us as the show later in the year? Yes.
Maybe. Maybe. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, anything else?
Ladies and gentlemen, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Then we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, which is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Festus, Missouri, Gene Fox is our Team Rizz member today. And Gene wants to hear this song. Here it is. Donnie next. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy up.